cat box.
Star, 4, 5 star, and 6, 1.
The cup.
I am standing.
Go to the table.
The table. Okay.
Look at the cup.
You say blue cup, but there are 3
Look
of
at the
them.
cup.
You say blue
Look
cup,
at the
but
cup.
there are 3. You say blue cup,
cup.
but there are 3. You say blue
Look at
cup,
cup.
but there are 3. You say blue
Look at the
cup,
cup.
but there. You say blue
Dr.
cup.
Clem.
You say
Look at the
blue
cup.
cup.
It's got
You
that
say blue
taste that
cup.
you
say
just
blue
won't
cup.
forget.
What should
Look
I
at the
check?
cup. Crab. Isn't. Huh? Phrase. Oh yeah. Just don't worry. And it will be difficult and I don't look forward to it. And you know what? I can also say, I wish this wasn't happening. On record, I wish this wasn't happening. Okay, back into the game. No, I'm not. Honestly, I wish... I wish this wasn't happening, honestly. There's not much audio to speak of. That much has been confirmed. Soundtrack's not on stream. Oh, it might be too quiet. Here you go. Can you hear this? Hello, Buzz Josie. Oh, Buzz Josie, have I got a... thank you for the welcome, babe. It was an abstract wooden tree, yeah. Reading Santa for filth. Buddy, Santa is filth. Santa's a fucking disgrace. And you need to celebrate that by low mouth in, mouth box, mouth colouring, mouth it, mouth down, mouth on, mouth so.
My eggy pal. Did a big poo. I will marry my gun before I let anyone else win. What the fuck? Get fucked, I say. Falling to the sea. He was my father. Someone ate my egg. I was sad. Gun. It's so warm here in Australia. The Nordic...
Prison for you. Egg. Red? Egg. Am I going to have to make a mug tree prison for you? Red? Am I going to have to make a mug tree prison for you? Red. Turn it into lowercase, and then we'll do a find and replace. So we'll replace all, we'll take the string answer, and then we'll replace speech marks with nothing. And then we just save it again as answer. Okay, and now... Oh. Let me... I'm thinking so. Because before... That's the only hospitalisation I can remember where I was the right age. All of the hospitalisations I was little wee. I was pre-nuts.
You.
Now that's a shot.
Shit.
Gone out the over the shoulder.
Yeah.
Just a little gram.
I guess you're right. Okay.
Storage boots. Okay.
Use lock lever. Lever.
Run. I can advance quickly.
Stop. The storage boots.
The storage boots. Okay.
Push.
What is it?
Pull.
What?
Push lever.
You say blue
Dr.
cup.
Clem.
You say
Look at the
blue
cup.
cup.
It's got
You
that
say
taste
blue
that
cup.
you
say
just
blue
won't
cup.
forget.
What should
Look
I
at the
check?
cup.
You say
Look at the
blue
cup.
cup. There are many
Look at the
kinds
cup.
of cup. What
Look
should
at
I
the cup.
check?
Look at the cup.
You say blue
Look at the
cup,
cup.
but there. What should I
Look at the
check?
cup.
What should I
Look at the
check?
cup.
What should I
Look at the
check?
cup.
You say
Look at the
blue
cup.
cup. What should
Look
I
at the
check?
cup.
What should
Look
I
at the cup.
check? What
Look
should
at
I
the cup.
check? What
Look
should
at
I
the cup.
check?
Look at the cup.
What
Look
should
at the
I
cup.
check?
Look
What
at the
should I
cup.
check?
What's this key for?
The door, maybe? Door. Let the reporter take care of doors. What I'm trying to. Can I ram? Yeah. Find. Strangely. Aha, 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 aha. Issue seen, issue understood. Sean,
Thank you so much for triggering the welcome bear. I love seeing new faces in the chat, and I love seeing this community grow from strength to strength.
Camellia!
Bring in the mega cow.
I'm afraid there's only one thing for this. You can do a different impression. Is this?
Fuck twice. Fuck twice.
Okay.
You make us dresses for free, right? That's it. You're a seamstress, you are.
That's right, you tell her. You'll make me one too. Oh dear, I don't see how I could do a thing like that.
We're doing this just to be obliging.
Seriously, don't do LSD. LSD is really bad. Wow, God, oh no, that'll be what it is. That'll be what it is.
Thank you so much, everyone, for watching the stream. I'm so glad to get all of these.
COVID-19 did not turn Sean's.
No,
Sean,
you can't take
man
it
blonde.
back. Oh, stop now.
100 and 1 pound star and 22. Relief code acknowledged. Please proceed.
For the purposes of this experiment,
Stop.
we're using an egg.
Cat box.
Star, 4-5 star and 6-1.
Catbox egged over it. I don't.
Wow, you did it! Thanks. I really needed that.
Oh my god, the healing is so small. Categories game.
What, like this?
No, that's a sexy pose. Categories game.
Yes.
Stop.
Well, anyway, I have some more work to do, so I'll keep the place open until I'm done. Feel free to look around. It's better so the paintings will be looked at by someone who really appreciates them.
That chessboard configuration didn't make any sense. And we won't get to see it now. But there were like pawns and I don't understand. I don't understand when I die. I don't really know. Maybe it's going to tick for half an hour. No, I'm dead. Oh, time killed. Oh, fuck. You can only unlock at the very end. Great.
Ready? Start! Five, four, three, two,
Core.
time up!
Core. Seatbelts on. Get ready for a night of crypto cartography. However, if I may, I would like first to talk about my woes. I want to treat this like an old school podcast. prison for you.
1, 8, 9, 3,
Egg.
2.
Red? Egg. Am I going to have to make a mug tree prison for you? Red? Am I going to have to make a mug tree prison for you? Egg.
Egg.
Egg. Egg. A good Pete is a dickhead. Egg. Gotta move for food.
What's this key for?
The door, maybe? Door. Let the reporter take care of doors. I'm trying to. Can I ram? Yeah. Add Meg Truck Egg. The category of Meg Truck does not exist. Creating the category of Meg Truck. New Meg Truck added. Egg. New Meg Truck added. Mug tree. Yeah, very nice. And he's rolling a random Meg Truck. It's 0. It's broken. Live long and prosper. Conan the Barbarian. Glory hole. Okay, sure. Frank Grimy Grimes? Are you just saying sorry to the developers out there?
That thing looks brutal. We wouldn't stand a chance against it. Make sure you stay back.
All right.
Funky, I do not promise I'll be saving the woman. Not to say I'll be intentionally killing them, but I don't trust myself
A game show
So,
called...
and if there was a goat,
There used to be a game show called...
Oh,
well, I can't remember the name, but there'd be 3 doors, and behind 2 of them
oh, say,
doors. Euthanized brain.
Who are you?
Dignitas brain.
Don't worry. I'm just a waitress.
Dignitas brain. They did it because they will.
Mug tree.
I will do it. This is the most Look at this. This is the most unreadable chat I've ever seen in my life. This entire stream trying to mouth in, mouth box, mouth colouring, mouth it, mouth now, mouth on, mouth so. You can do a different impression. What is this?
fuck twice. Fuck twice.
1, 8, 9, 3, 2.
It's responsive. It's fun. It's a nice experience. We're laughing. Everyone's typing LOL in the chat. Everyone's typing ROFLMAO in the chat, so it's a good time. The stream's going really well. Turn it into lowercase, and then we'll do a find and replace. So we'll replace all. We'll take the string answer, and then we'll replace speech marks with nothing. And then we just save it again as answer. Okay, and now... Oh. Let me the brain live. Euthanize brain. Can we not bully each other with the randomizer, please? Everyone? Is Space Harrier quiet? I don't know why. I'm not sick, I'm just cold, which will lead to me getting sick, but at the moment I'm just cold. Oh, maybe I am sniffling. Anyway. Oh, 1 second, we have a welcome back.
Thank you so much for triggering the welcome bear. I love to see new faces in the chat, and I love seeing this community go from strength to strength.
Thank you, Lucy Lefty, for triggering the welcome bear. I love seeing new faces in the chat, and I love seeing this community go from strength to strength. Thank you all for coming. I've summoned you here, so just that I can have company and chat and have a nice time. And it may have been the face of God. It also could have been Harry Hardy. We still don't really know. Who is that? Is it a sailor? I don't think so. I think if you saw me in the flesh, you'd realise there's no time period that coheres what I'm wearing. So I was just going to play a bit of Shadows of Destiny, but before that, I want to build a new stream feature. I'm not testing it. We're going to build it from scratch now. And first, I'm going to describe it to you, and then you could say, "Oh, that's a good idea," or "Don't make that. That will cause social problems and technical problems." So here it is. Looks like an 1800s Arctic sailor. I suppose actually it does. I suppose actually it does. Yeah, that's quite nice. It has a proper big neck bit, like a turtleneck, but it's even flappier. However, I've stuffed it with a big scarf because, as I've said, I'm cold today. I would like. So it comes in 2 parts, and whether we just make the first bit or both bits just depends on my morale. I would like the ability to spotlight someone, and you do spotlight username, and they will be like represented by a little character on the screen, and everything they say will get typed out and is like visible and special. That's part 1, to spotlight someone. Let's say someone is talking to me about something that's important to the task at hand, and I go, "Oh, okay, I just want to highlight what you're saying and make that easier for me to read your specific input," and I would spotlight them, and then I can unspotlight them when, that's done. And that creates the architecture for what I really want to go on to build, which is to put someone on trial, which is, it's like a super spotlight, which is it takes a username, it pulls the whole scene to night court, and it gives the username a platform to make a full statement, at which point there's a full vote, and the votes are done by each username goes to the left or to the right. And then you just see, like, who have you convinced? Who have you convinced towards what you're saying, and who's not convinced? And that can just be done dynamically just by going trial username, which would build on the architecture created by Spotlight. I don't think it would be to send anyone to prison. Hello, Josie Russell. I don't think it would be to send anyone to prison. People seem to think that I have this obsession with sending people to prison. I'm actually incredibly critical of the carceral system and the police and the entire justice system. I actually think one of the ideal societies were the Mongols of the steppe, who simply didn't have enough trees to imprison people. They didn't have the resistant materials necessary to build a prison. Although in the few instances where they did, they were they were like oubliettes. They were very small. No, but I'm trying to turn that around. But I am trying to create a trial system. I think Sean Morley's playing of an undercover policeman. I have to say, actually, in Sheffield, where I used to live, I was doing some work with a charity, and the charity needed to close some roads for an event, and so they were talking to the police to do this. And when they were doing that, the guy thought double taked when he heard my name, and he's like, "You're the name of the head of the police here. Your namesakes with the head cop of Sheffield." And I was like, that sucks. That information reeks. That information has fallen unwelcome on my ear's doorstep. I have shut the door on this fact. You haven't forgotten the bucket gulag moral? Don't come in here with your revisionism. You loved the bucket. You all loved the bucket. You were so desperate for the bucket that it simply had to be unmade, as it was no longer an effective deterrent. It was like giving you little Milky Ways and Mars bars every time you hurt the family dog. Maybe you could, in a sitcom, swap around with him. I could Freaky Friday. Is that what you mean? Swap jobs or swap bodies? For some reason, I thought you were imagining my essence going into the sky and going into a cop. In which case, the cop would disintegrate into vampire dust, because my light, my energy is good. Never claimed to hate it. It's implied. It's implied you see in me as a gulag operator. Well, finally, Lucy Lefty, you've a phrase that's gone in my randomizer that's, I think, no matter what day, no matter what mood, I'd happily have my name next to. Don't watch the cop. Can I just say, the cop stream is cancelled. The Sean Morley cop doppelganger takeover is cancelled. It was never even scheduled. Anyway, that's the itinerary for this afternoon. Who called you? Oh, you weren't called a dickhead. It was more like you were categorized into a category of dickheads. Maybe that's not so different. I think I just heard a knocking. Bear with me 1 second, because I think I heard a knocking. Egg. I think it was for next door. Anyway, that's the itinerary for today. Can you imagine? Can you imagine if I left saying, "Oh, I'm just going to see what that is," and then a cop sat down? The police chief, the head of the politie, head of Netherlands politie. Okay. So we're actually going to build a thing. And if you find that hopelessly boring, I can't help you. What's the Dutch version of Sheffield? I don't know. I don't think... I actually thought about this before. Netherlands isn't big enough to have a Sheffield. I don't think the Netherlands gets a Sheffield. That or Rotterdam. Okay, so the first thing we want, right, is to be able to get a username and then they have an avatar on the screen. Now, I've downloaded a couple of pictures of 3 animals. Hello, SK Schaefer. So we need to make a new scene, and that scene is going to be called Spotlight Spotlight's easy to remember. Leiden. Leiden's very, very fancy. Leiden's very... I think of Leiden as being very trust fund. Oh, thank you very much, Funky Mr. Chicken. That's very kind of you. Okay, so everything that you see, like fish and stuff, and this is all in a subscene called overlay. And then all the sub things that are in that, such as the randomizer, or the activity ticker, or the fish, or the welcome bears, they're all in subscenes of that. So that subscene now has to go into the overlay, and then into this subscene, we're going to put some animals. Like I say, I have 3 animals currently. And what I wanted to do is that when you someone gets spotlighted, they get assigned an animal pretty much randomly. I think they're going to live in the bottom left. Yeah, of a significant size, because this is someone who's been spotlighted, I think. So. Mole might have to be a bit smaller because it's so wide. Sort of a shame, but it's how we have to live sometimes. And as time goes on, I can add more animals to this, but for now, 1, 2, and 3 will suffice. Animal 3. And then the other thing we're going to need... Yeah, I love these kind of guys. I don't think... Are they all rodents? Is that what I like about them? I think I'm on a real rodent kick lately. I think rodents just make me really happy. If moles are indeed... You know, there's a new mole. There's a mole that everyone thought was dead, and it's back. The sand mole. Tapir. I think we can get easily bogged down. I want the tech to work before we fill up. There's no point in me putting 10 animals in and then the thing doesn't work. So the next thing I want to do... oh, Josie's heard about the mole. Can't new an old mole. Okay, don't quite understand. But I'm sure that's correct. We're going to have a text field. And this is where spotlight dialogue, or just spotlight text. And we'll use the font I use for everything. Hello. Testing. And I think it needs a black background because everything needs a background color. Because you never know what the background's going to be in the field at the time. Right, so it's hello testing. I've flipped it around upside down. Hello testing, and then if it's just like this, maybe it lives on top, you know? Maybe a little bit smaller. It doesn't need to be quite that big. Take it down by 10.
Thank you so much for triggering the welcome bear. I love seeing new users in chat, and I love seeing this community grow from strength to strength. Toot toot.
We got a welcome bear.
Thank you so much for triggering the welcome bear. I love seeing new faces in the chat, and I love seeing this community grow from strength to strength.
Hello, John. I'm just building a new feature at the moment, which will spotlight people. Do you think it should label the dialogue? I think there needs a label to show who's been spotlighted. So maybe the label goes directly on the animal. So we need another one that's the label. So we'll make another little text layer. Spotlight label. And then this one will be maybe a different color to differentiate. And that will just go on the animal. And be smaller? Maybe smaller because you don't need to see something that's mostly static. Like so. Is pause for everyone or just you? What's happened? Oh, could it have been that I was messing with too many subscenes at once in other windows? Am I here? Am I hello? Am I hello? Ah, it could have been because I was in studio mode doing maybe stuff that was too complicated for what I'm supposed to do while I'm actually live. Okay. So that's the actual stuff I need in here. So I guess I need like a variable tracker. And one to actually spotlight someone. So the way that would be triggered is if me or a mod say spotlight, spotlight, and then, do you know what? It doesn't need a variable tracker. This will track its own variables. Spotlight user will be the name of this, and it will pull that variable, and it will call it username. And only one person can ever be spotlighted, which makes it very simple. You're high? Yeah, I am. Hello. And then it's going to pull a random number, currently between 1 and 3. And then it will choose an animal to make visible. Firstly, let's make an unspotlight, because that's actually unspotlight. So if you're spotlighting someone, the first thing I think it will need is a variable that goes someone is spotlighted. So if anything needs to check if someone's currently spotlighted, then that's how we'll do it. I always forget the syntax for initial variables, so I always copy it off of something else. So when you start off, Sammy, spotlight will be 0. And then when you spotlight someone, the variable. Let's get some horrible music on. There we go. That's nice. That's good. Now we're gaming. Well, soon the animal friends will jump and talk, and I can spotlight you to be an animal. So the variable, when you actually spotlight someone, the variable spotlight will turn to 1. And then when you unspotlight someone, it should turn off all the animals, right? And if me or a mod say unspotlight, it disables spotlight. And then all it needs to do then is visibility. It's going to change the visibility of all the animals and make sure they're all turned off. So spotlight. Can they make little squeaks? I hope so, yeah. There should be a noise and a little animation that updates every time that the spotlighted person speaks. Scene name Spotlight. Did I call it Spotlight? Yeah. And animal 1. I'm just calling them all animal numbers for now. So if I... Oh, wait, wrong. Animal. 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 Okay. And that turns them all off. I also should turn off what did I call these two text layers? Spotlight label and spotlight text. It's good to set up your reset thing when you're early doors so that you can constantly reset it while you're debugging it. So the first thing it should do is visibility, scene name, spotlight, and then source name animal, but then we sub in the variable, the random variant number we've created between 1 and 3, which is RNG, and make that animal visible alongside spotlight label and Spotlight text. But to begin with, Spotlight text should be empty, so we'll change the text values. So these are all GDI plus text sources. Spotlight label should be the person's username. And Spotlight text should just be empty. We should empty it out and then make it visible. So it should just be empty. Spotlight text. Okay, so far that sounds good. Should we try it? Yeah, and then that will save that as a username. Okay. Hello, King of Time. Yeah, let me explain it in full. It'll be useful for anyone else who's still around. So here's what I want to do. It's a two-stage feature. One is just to spotlight a user. So you type in spotlight username. The music's got a bit scary. You type in spotlight username, and they'll get a little avatar on the screen, and then everything they say will appear in a little speech bubble, so that person can. It's somewhere. It's like the step before a Fugitech avatar, and they can talk. And when they talk, it'll make a little noise. And someone can be like temporarily spotlighted and brought in like they're a character on the stream. And then they can be unspotlighted just as easily. No, it's like the step before if you just check. If someone doesn't want to come on a chat and actually come and talk with their voice and stuff, I can just say, listen, I feel like I'm having a conversation just with you about something, or you're telling me something that's very interesting or important to what's going on. So I just want to spotlight you and make what you're saying a lot clearer. And so you're going to appear on the screen with a little avatar and little speech bubbles until you're unspotlighted again. Only one person can be spotlighted at a time. And the stretch goal, or like, you know, the architecture for that I want to build, or the architecture that I'm building for this, I want to use to be able to put people's ideas on trial. Like if someone's saying something and it's causing a ruckus, take them, put their avatar in their edge case night court, let them say their full piece, and then everyone can vote on it. Do you agree? Do you not agree? That's what I want that's what I want to do with that architecture. Well, precisely, not everyone wants to come on a voice chat, and not everyone's even situated enough to do it. Some people just might be in bed or on a train or something, you know? But nevertheless, I want to make them feel like their contributions can be important. Will everyone have the same avatar? It's going to have a randomized avatar. Currently, I've got 3 mammals that you'll be. We're very close to being able to test this out. So, who would join the stream much? Everyone is. Every time I do a stream, someone's like, I'm on a train. I'm on a milk float. I'm on the back of a haulage lorry. I'm bundled in with some chickens on a trailer in the middle of the American Rocky Mountains. There's always someone in a bizarre form of transport, nevertheless, trying to find out what Ike Kush will do next. Would it be guilty, not guilty? I think it would be agree, disagree. What are you talking about with train stuff? Often my viewers are on a train. 5%. My analytics from Twitter says actually a minority of my viewers are not on the train. 65% of the people who watch my stream are on a train. And so I have to cater to that, you know. I have to make sure that audience feels heard because they're the silent majority. Yeah, my Twitter analytics tell me that my Twitch viewers are mostly on a train, yeah. Elon Musk added it. Anyway. Spotlight, so they're going to change I think that's what that needs. So that's actually spotlighting a user. And then I need something that just reads everything in the chat. So text parser. That will check. Yeah, it has to check literally when anyone says anything. So I guess just the message can be anything. Is that what I do for that? Yeah, if it's just anything, it's just an exclamation mark. I might need to check the documentation of that. Wildcards. Is it just a single? Wildcards. Trigger methods. Wildcard. Introduction to wildcards. A single asterisk in your channel points message field. Oh, fish. It's quite loud. But cannot function as a wildcard. Oh, but cannot function as a wildcard. Use trigger pull data command to pull the whole message. Well, I'm glad I looked at that. Okay, trigger. Pull data, pull value, Twitch chat, message. The other thing I need to pull is the username. Twitch chat, username, and then I need to compare that username to this username. So, we're going to get a button variable from this, and it's going to be username, but I'll call this spotlight user, and then we'll compare the two things. So we'll say if spotlight user equals username, then we're going to put the stuff we're going to put that stuff in the speech bubble from the creature, right? Spotlight text equals message. Okay, now let's see if this works. Who wants to be the first spotlighted person? I wish Sammy could let the trigger methods have variables, but it doesn't. Yes, that does suck. Yeah, which is why it now has to read everything, which is a bit not quite what I want. Feels like it's going to be doing too much. But I've checked, even with the amount that I get my Sammy to do, its memory usage isn't too high. Does the fish in the Nightbot trigger the fish? Yeah. Alright, Funky, let's try. So, Spotlight, Funky Mr. Chicken. Okay. You're now this marmot. That's nice. There we go. Can you say something else? See if it updates. That's nice. That's nice. That's working. Okay, let's try unspotlight. Great. All that needs is a lick of paint. I think I want the creature to go up and down. Like to make a little noise, and I want a squeaking sound. Yeah, it could do with a sound and an animation, and a sound when you get rid of it. To begin with, what's a good sound for? Do I have a good sound? Let's go looking for a squeaking sound. Free animal squeaking sound effects. Pixabay? Is that one of the ones that's actually free? No, it doesn't look like it. Rodent sounds from Zapsplat. Here we go. Any of these speaking to me? Oh, you can't hear them. You can't hear them. Sorry. Yeah, you're in with me now. Let's listen to these rodents. That's one. I don't like these rats dying. I want a happy rat. I like the snuffling. I think the snuffling sounds good. These are piercing, they are, aren't they? But do they do this? Do they do the snuffling? It's a bit much, isn't it? Oh. This is bags of rodent food, so that's a bit different. They snuffle. Let's look for more rodent sounds. I'm happy with a fake rodent. These feels like real rats. Sounds crate. No, rodents. Rodent. Free rodent squeaking sound effects. Thank you for the cheese, Artaruka. Free rats at Feslian Studios. Rat mouse running. Rat scratching. What about screaming? Oh, fucking hell. What about a capybara? Do they make a noise? Like they'd make a relaxed noise. I can give you real rat sounds. Well, I don't know if I want a real. You know how you know the whole thing of like horses' hooves being coconuts, because that now sounds correct on television. I don't think I want realism. I want just a nice, pleasing little sound, and reality doesn't always give you one. Capybara song, TikTok sound effect. I don't think this will be correct. Yeah, I don't think so. Download free yawn. No, thank you. Just rodent again. I'm back to rodents. Brooksing. Well, let's see if the sound effects library understand that term. Pretty confident, though. Boxing. We can get boxing. Fight the rats? No. We like the rats. We like the rats. Oh, this is a nice animal. Should I add rat? No. That comes later. Adding more animals will come later. Rat sound effect, surely. Let's just completely drop. Let's just drop it being a rodent sound effect. Shall it just? This is a sensory hellscape. It is. I don't think a real rat noise is the way to go. Maybe we just have an electronic noise. No, I know. First I went with real noises. That didn't seem quite good. Sound effects of a mouse, 1 hour.
Proef nu de rijke smaak van Douwe Egberts Excellent.
Zorg verzekeren, maar dan smart. Met handige zorg.
Maybe we just have electronic sounds. What is the goal here? I missed everything after the pre-stream. We'll make it. Hey, Albrot, look at this. Albrot, you'll love this. Spotlight Albrot. Now, Albrot, can you say something to me? You type something into the chat. There you go. So this will allow me to spotlight someone and give them a little animal avatar. The animals are all well, in order to keep the animals all plausible, let's just look up animal effect, animal sound effect. Free animal sound effect. We are playing on medium, Albert. You win. You won. Let's just look up animal. Piglet. I don't want squealing in distress. Can anything be happy? Are there any nice noises? Young dinosaur, distant trumpeting. Let's just have an electronic. Let's just have a soft electronic sound. I'm sure I've always got more sound effects somewhere. I was actually doing a sound effect audit the other day. Did you end it, Albrot? You're not supposed to be able to end it. You're supposed to be able to end those. I didn't know you could. I didn't know you had permissions. Yeah, sorry, what is it? It's not infinite. If infinite referendum takes it away. Oh, it's IRGR, infinite referendum generate results. I appreciate. If anyone has a good idea for just, everyone has to remember 24 commands just to play with these things. And I haven't resolved that. The essential tension of fun meets complexity. File storage, sound effects. Okay, this is my sound effects library. It's very messy. I've cleared out some of the folders, but there could be something in here. I was looking in. I don't know what is in here. A lot of these things I just needed for one thing once, and thought I'll keep that. Moose call, the mad as hell line from Network, nuclear launch detected from StarCraft, robot SFX. Shadow donk. Oh, that's the donk sound from Shadows of Memories. Slimy Sliver. Smash Brothers, new challenger approaching. Ryu, KO death sound. Is there something in here that might be nice? Walnuts cracking. Windows error noise. Zap. Don't think so. What's the right sound effect? Hang on, I got sound effects from Shadow of Memories. Let's just use one of these. Look, I've got all these Shadows of Memories sound effects. Not that one. No. Oh, maybe when someone talks, something like that. I want a menu noise, really. These are all... Are these all menu noise? Let's get to a very different set of numbers. What's that? That's ambience. These are too loud. These are too loud on your end. That's good to have. That one's good to have. Loud. I should have known from the sine waves. No. No, obviously not. Really, nothing. It's a good thing then. Vocals? No, I don't want that. Unless, what's in extra? What's in extra on Shadows of Memories vocals? Game over. Oh, this could be good. These are all pieces of music more. That's good. That's good. Surely there's something to be said for this one. No, it won't feel right. I'm glad I have it though. What about that? What about that? We've strayed so far from happy animal noises. Yeah. Do you know what I do have? I've got all the things from Majora's Mask. I've got all the sound effects from Majora's Mask right here. Maybe enemies. Maybe there'll be a happy rat or something in here. What are we trying to sound? A mole entering the chat. We got Choo Choo. I think none of these will be good. We've got some good sounds. Actually, we've got some. It's getting good again. Don't want the Wizro. What's this? Do we want that? Is that what we want? Rat rat. I don't think it sounds like rat rat, but I'm also, you know, I'm also happy to use it because it sounds cool. Animal appear. Call it spotlight start. Save that to an OGG. And also when we get rid of it, how about this? right? That defeats it, you know? Spotlight end. Okay. So what you'd want there is to play a sound effect. And we have a sound effect now. Don't trigger fish. Where's Spotlight? Spotlight. Spotlight start. Okay, and then when it triggers something, I'm going to have to... Alright, little bit of boring coming up, because all the animals, if they're going to work properly, they need to be aligned from the bottom left so that it's a bit easy to animate them.
Thank you so much for
triggering the welcome bear. We love seeing new faces in the chat, and we love seeing this community grow from strength to strength. It's also going to need to know what the RNG was that chose the animal. That's easy enough to do. And then we're going to do an animation. So currently...
Friends, come quick. The horse has arrived.
Looks like the horse is here. Oh, the horse is here.
Hark, the horse.
And now it's time for the horse.
Hello, Sean, it's me, the horse.
Is that Harry Hardy? Okay, so this animal should be... Okay, yeah. It's on the bottom leftmost corner, which makes it easy to animate all the animals if they have the same starting position. So we're going to motion. Okay, good. Spotlight, animal RNG, starting position of just on the bottom. And then they're going to jump 100 pixels into the air. Relatively quickly. And then they'll come straight back down, I think. We just animate them jumping up and then they jump back down. And then we switch these around. And it needs a sound effect, doesn't it? And we don't think we decided a sound effect for when they... There needs to be a thing that they do when... Hello, Disconnected Dan. Thank you very much for the resubscription. Sorry, I'm up to my elbows in this little thing I'm thinking about, but... do you need an explanation of what's going on? Does anyone need an explanation of what is happening? I can provide it. I promise. Hello, Cressip. I'm just making a new little thing at the moment. Cressip, do you want to be spotlighted? Oh, hang on. I need to unspotlight first, I guess. And then I'll spotlight. That sounds good. That sounds good, the new sound effect. Okay, you're this marmot. No, you're this capybara. And the capybara should speak with your voice. You control this capybara. Oh, it didn't work. Oh, it was working for Albra, huh? Spotlight user. Did it break because of the double spotlight? I don't understand, actually. No, it still has Albra as the... it's supposed to compare two things together. The person who just spoke. So why isn't that updating? It's supposed to get... No. I'm literally in the middle of building it, so I'm not surprised. Yeah, it should be, but that means like if Cressup speaks and then Albert speaks, only takes. It should be at one point it recognizes Cressup as the. So at the moment it should say last username is King of Time. Yeah, all right. So it's not to do with Albert. So why is it not passing that over? I know why. Albrot's in lowercase. And Cressup has uppercase. Yeah? And I don't think cake should matter, so when it pulls the username, I'm going to get it to flatten it to lowercase. So lowercase. So it's going to take username and it's just going to ignore case by making everything lowercase. And then it's going to be easy to type the usernames because it means we as the users. Cressup, maybe now it won't work. Maybe now it will work. I think it's just because you've got a capital C and Albert, who I was testing on before, doesn't. Huh. Username should always be lowercase anyway. Oh, it's because I originally... Spotlight user. Wildcard. I'm going to do what I did here as well and just lowercaseify it. And then reset it. And then maybe we're good. Okay, unspotlight. And then spotlight Cressup. Where's the animal? Hang on. Unspotlight. Spotlight Cressup. It just says username. Something's wrong here. Oh, of course. I didn't do that as a variable. No wonder. No wonder. No, it shouldn't matter if I do it in lowercase because it turns everything into lowercase now. Unspotlight. And now spotlight Cressup. Where's the animal? Where's the animal? Okay, the animal RNG should have been 2. Oh my god, that's huge.
Thank you
so much for triggering the welcome there. We love seeing new faces in the chat. And we love seeing this community grow from strength to strength. But, and I'm not kidding, right? Oh, the animal is here. The animals are all here. I've just accidentally moved them off a frame. Alright, Cressup, do you fancy getting talkative? Because I need some text to go through here to see. This text box should update when you speak, but only you. Okay, I've put in the animation.
Tack så mycket för att du
Pixel
aktiverade
values
välkomstbjörnen.
Björne.
Jag gillar att se nytt folk i chatten och jag gillar att se den här gemenskapen gå från styrka till styrka.
It is doing what it's supposed to. What I've told it to do is to accidentally move the whole thing off the screen. So let me work on that. So 0, 0, 0, 0, 0. It should be 0, 0, 0, 0, 0. And if I wanted to... Aha. Okay, so... 980... 980. Just those values were wrong. So try now. Now it should... There we go. It does a little thing. It does a very little jump. That's very fair. To be honest, fish on is very confusing to have at this time. Not to say we can't have it actually. Fish on could just live over by me. Don't want to get rid of it, do we? And now we need a sound effect. So I'm just looking for a sound effect that looks... I was looking through the sound effects of... Well, firstly, I've got all the sound effects from Majora's Mask, and I also have all the sound effects from Shadows of Memories. And I thought one of those could work, because it needs to be not too annoying, right? So here it loads. No. I don't like any of those. They're all doors and stepping and footfalls and. Can we have? Is there like a menu thing in here? Other sounds? Clock tower tick, seesaw drop, snow arrow, warp, whoops. These are going to be loud and annoying. Minor characters? Yeah, minor characters. That's what we need because they all go, right? Zelda's full of people who just make not very clear noises. What happens if I type something really long? I will fix that. That will come next. That will come next. Okay, those are the monkey noises. What if we pitch that down? What if we pitch that really low? I think that could be what the creature talks. I think that's it. Yes. Okay, apply that. That's so good. That's so good. I'm not going to get tired of that ever in my life. Oh, okay. Animal voice. And what I'll do is I'll add a thing that randomizes the pitch a little bit. Oh, I'm really excited about this. Okay, so it's going to play this sound, play sound effect, animal voice, and then we're going to give it a sound ID, just animal voice will do. And then we're going to pitch, sound, change speed, yeah, sure. Sound ID, animal voice, and then we'll do a random animal RNG, minimum value, I don't know, we'll find out, 200 to 40, and we'll just change it by animal RNG. Who wants to be, who's willing to just talk vigorously for a little bit? Cressip, it's currently on you, but I'm also happy to let someone else have a chance in the, oh, it's so good. It's so good. That's so good. Oh, that's so good. I'm so happy with how that feels. That feels very nice. I'm very proud of this. I'm very, very happy with this. Could the sounds be a bit louder? Yeah, sure. I'll turn it up in Sammy as well. But I do think we'll hear it a lot, so I don't want it to be... It more needs to just be audible rather than like super loud. Another thing I probably need is that message needs to be... do you know, I don't know if that text box probably doesn't need to be quite that big for the animal speech. So I'm gonna take that down just to 50, font size 50 instead. And the next thing I'm gonna do is string format, which means that if it's too long, it will break it onto a second line. String, is it just called string format? Yeah. So we'll do message. Message. How many characters per line? Cressip, can you type the quick brown fox jumped over the lazy dog? I think that's 94 characters. Wordcounter.net. The quick brown fox jumps over the lazy dog. Yeah, I can use that as a measure. Should I just keep on talking and see? Yeah, okay. And where? So I'll put that into the word counter. Oh, actually, can you say that last sentence again? Because that one was too long. Can you say this one again? And then I'll use that to see how long it can be comfortably. So I think if I, that gets all the way over to me. So if we cut it at I, that means you've got, I'll say 50 characters until it does a line break. That's easy to remember. Characters per line 50, minimum cut-off length 5. Now say it again. Say another long thing. Sorry, Cressop, I feel like I've just roped you into bug testing this. Oh yeah, of course, because of auto mod. That's looking good. And I think you could get like 4 lines there, so people can say messages as long as they like. Okay, let me just. I need to test. Who wants to go next? Because I need to test. Very silly sound effects. Who wants to be next in the animal chair? Yep. Spotlight. King of Time probably is quite versed in knowing how to break Sammy scripts. Put it through its paces. We can handle that. Nice try. Hit me with your best shot. Yeah, you can try username. I tell you what, you could try King of Time. / $username $/ If you really want to hit me where it hurts. Try / $username $/ Oh, okay. Oh, if it can handle that, then we'll be okay. Yeah, I think we're good. I think it works. I think it just works. Okay. KOT, is there anything else you want to test? I want to just try assigning it to one more person. And then try some kanji. It can handle kanji. It can 100%. Should be able to. I specifically chose it because it passed that test with flying colours. Hebrew? Not sure. But it's not... I'm not too worried about it not covering every non-Latin alphabet in the world. I don't think that's quite a high bar to set for talking as a little marmot. Okay. Before we put testing that aside, who wants to go? Does anyone want a go? Anyone want a little go on the new thing? See, I was thinking, another application would be, this would be the way that in normal game.
Sorry, kid. Damn, where's the fire department?
In normal game, if ever we needed a random champion or a democratic representative, that's one way they could be featured. Anyone want to go? Anyone want to be a little creature?
Hey, now here's a guy with no worries.
There you go. Oh no. Oh, oh no. Okay, hang on. Why? Why? Huh? Let me think for a second. Why? Oh. 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 Okay, it turns out if you transform something in this requires Photoshop. If you transform something horizontal flip it in OBS, it actually just takes their size value for its width and just inverts it, which means if you then apply an animation to it, it's got this minus that's throwing things off. The way to fix it would just be to take it into Photoshop and then just flip it there and then just export it onto itself. Just replace it in the files. So they all need to. The saved image needs to face the right way. Okay, Lucy Lefty, say something. Exactly, it was precisely because it was mirrored. I didn't think it would be an issue. Hello? Oh, of course. It might still be mirrored, but I need to unmirror it. And now it'll face the right way. There you go. Welcome to Capybara Town. Okay, I'll give you all a choice now as well. Should we keep making stuff, and shall we make the trial where we can put the animals on trial? Or should we cut our losses for one day? Not cut our losses. Celebrate the win. Quit when we're ahead. Oh. What did I do? Oh, I put numbers. I put numbers in. How many different animals, yeah? Do you want to see this program I got? I got this program last night. Let's test it. It's called Stock Junkie. And what it claims to do is just an exe, very, very simple. Got it on itch.io. And it will just pull images from DuckDuckGo, Google, and Bing, and elsewhere. And it just attempts to simplify an image search without allowing it to send you adverts and like stock things that you can't download that aren't very good. What animal do you want? Tropical bird. Let's name a tropical bird. Do you want a cormorant? That's not tropical, is it? Do you want a parakeet? Toucan. Let's have a toucan. And then you just put it in and it will just give you the toucans like that. Toucan PNG. And one of the things that's nice about this, right, one of the things it was sort of advertised on, is I can pull this directly into Photoshop now. Right, bang. It's just directly in Photoshop like that. Isn't that mad? There you go. And then we got a toucan. Anything else? We'll do 3. We've got 2 more. What do you want? Lemur. Oh, and if I had PNG on the end, I might have a chance with one that's already cut out. Great. Look at that. What a nice little applet, eh? I love applets. I'm quite enjoying this too, this lemur. It was a fake transparent. We got. What about this one? That's a stock image. Is this one real? It's a real transparent. Look at that. The resolution's actually a bit low. Although, what is the resolution of this? Oh, quite low res. Let's just keep looking. 2 lemur PNG. Yeah. We could have that. Venezuelan poodle moth. All right. How about that? Does that work? Anyone happy with that? That seems kind of friendly to me. Poodle moth. It's no longer fake transparent. Look, you can see the toucan behind it. You can see the capybara. I made it not fake transparent. You can trust me. Poodle moth, PNG. Oh wow. Oh wow. Oh wow. Face of God. Wendigo? Alright. Alright. Doug Trio? I'm not against having Pokemon. Why Doug Trio? It's only a spotlight. Surely we'd have a Diglett. I don't know if I want a Wendigo. It's a bit creepy. No, I'm nice saying the Spotlight speaks for chat. No, Spotlight speaks for themselves. They're individuated. They're siloed. Oh, do you, Diglett? Oh, do you, Diglett? You do. I've got no qualms about doing you a Diglett. What else do you want? Bard Simpson? We're not picking Pokemon. We're not. I allowed one Pokemon through. I allowed one Pokemon to slip through the net. If you want another thing from a game, it has to be from a different game now. Quokka? Blobfish? We've got a blobfish somewhere. I thought it might be quite rude to make someone be a... We just got a poodle moth in. We just had a poodle moth. No, there's new rules coming in. We've had an insect now. We've had a Pokemon. We've got a bird. We've got a monkey. Anglerfish? Yeah, alright. It seems a bit rude. Just whoever comes in. Anglerfish, forgot to write to PNG. PNG. That's quite nice. Oh, it's quite small. No, it's quite clear actually. It's quite clear. Sadly, it's got quite a white... Oh, no. I beg your pardon? Thank you, thank you. Okay, we got an anglerfish. I know the anglerfish is kind of a model and stuff, but I sort of kind of like how it's 3D-ishly coming out. I sort of like the angle of it. I like the angle of the anglerfish. Oh no! I missed out on... Let's just have 2 anglerfish, okay? Let's just have 2 anglerfish. And I missed a better one. There's just 2 anglerfish in there. There's 2 kinds of anglerfish you could be. I just picked the wrong one. I'm very embarrassed. Water buffalo. Yeah. Are you happy for this to be your only large quadruped? Does this double the anglerfish likelihood? Yes. Yeah. You're more likely to be an anglerfish than anything else. Giraffe versus water buffalo. Infinite referendum. What large quadruped do you want? Duke it out amongst yourselves. If you can only have one large quadruped, what's it going to be? Oh, we need a leaf worm. Of course we do. Leaf worm PNG. Oh, gorgeous. Oh, gorgeous. It's great to see some leaf worms, hey? Especially this one, because it's in a kind of logo. Are you happy to keep this in its logo? I think it makes it look special. You don't know about leaf worms, King of Tome? You're having me on, surely. You're always talking about leaf worms. Bunga from Bug Snacks. Yeah, sure. I never played it. Bunga. Bug Snacks PNG. But wikis tend to... Okay. It's a kind of burger creature. That's fine. That's okay. All your opinions are valid here. Unless you want a Doug trio, because it's just a spotlight for one. It's confusing. What's it called? Bunga. Okay. Alright, what's winning currently? Moose. Alright. Oh, it's not winning by much. Should I give this a bit longer? Infinite referendum timer. You got 1 minute left. Very Sean-friendly game. I don't like games... I don't know if you've been around long enough to realise, Funky. I'm not a big fan of games that are friendly to Sean. I like games that absolutely baffle me. There we go. Dick Dick. Moose Moose. Tie Tie. What else in the meantime? Maybe I'll pick something I like. What animals do I like? You got any of the mule fat from his Dark Materials? Oh no, they look awful. They look dreadful. Quokka? Oh yeah, I'm happy to have a Quokka. Quokka PNG, please. Yes, I'm very happy to have that in. Dick Dick. Alright, coming right up. But then we'll stop. How many do we need, really? Also, how good's this little applet? Very handy. My light's going mad. Alright, we're back. Tasmanian Devil? Dick Dick is a large quadruped? Nah, it's just in the rodent. There's no limit on rodents. Dick Dick PNG. Oh, this is good. This is nice. It's quite an expressive image here. Look at this. So we could have a moose as our large boy. You could have done, but you voted for Dick Dick. Do you remember? It just happened. It's just happened. I don't want civil war, but it's this thing has been and gone. You said Dick Dick was a rodent. No, I said Quokka was a rodent. Dick Dick's not a rodent, it's a kind of deer, right? Come on. Come on, we're all friends here. Aren't we? Are we not all friends? I can't get this to stop flashing. What's happening? It's the size of a bunny. It's a marsupial. Okay. You defo said Dick Dick was a rodent. I misspoke. I may have said that mea culpa. I was thinking of the quokka. But it does sound like... Well, hang on. Hang on, where did Dick Dick enter the chat? What one? Voting is now closed. The winner of Dick Dick. The winner of what? Let's find out. The question, what large quadruped do you want? That's your large quadruped. You all said it's a large quadruped. That's my counter. Anyway, let me put these animals in. A Dick Dick isn't like you, but you said it was, didn't you all? It won the infinite referendum. The question of the infinite referendum was, I voted Moose. Yeah, but you are Spotlit. It doesn't give you special privileges to be Spotlit beyond the visibility your words have. Larger than most animals, people have spoken. Yeah, look. Infinite referendum. What actual large quadruped do you want, then? Don't vote for something that isn't a large quadruped this time. There you go, look. You really want a moose, huh? Oh, mammoths are good. Mammoths are a good choice. Cock and balls, okay, sure. Well, I'll put in the animals that we do have while this is doing this. Okay, view as large icons. Don't have this, don't have this, don't yet have this, this, or this. Bam. They're all in. They're all in now. Okay, Diglett is there, Bunga is there. Just gotta get them all to roughly the right size. We got 2 anglerfishes. We got the toucan, the quokka. Okay, and then we've got the Dick Dick. Now I'm going to need to rename them all. Animal 4. Animal 5. Animal 6. Animal 7. Animal 8. Animal 9. Animal 10. Animal 11. Animal 12, Animal 13, great. Then I need to put the extra stuff in here. Animal 4, 5, 6. Seven, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and then between 1 and 12. In fact, is that right? How many animals do we have? 13. All right. Infinite referendum timer 1. You put 110, 111, and 112. Where? Here? No, I don't think so. Animal. And that's the L. L10, L11, L12. Need a 13 though. It's okay. Alright. Oh, you can't see most of them. I see that now. L's and 1s are very similar, yeah, famously. I don't think the spotlights should be above infinite referendum and stuff like that. Okay, what we're putting in? Moose. Okay, and that'll be our last animal now. Moose PNG. Huh. Yeah, this will do, I think. A good enough moose? You happy having a moose like that? Yeah, I think that's good enough. No, it's not, because it has Adobe stock written over it in 20% opacity text. I don't like this moose because it's not facing the cat. Oh, I'm always forgetting to not look at the stuff with the black backgrounds. Look at this. It's an effing moose. Okay. That's good stuff. It's a good moose. Infant referendum end. It is royalty moose. And then I just need to stick that in, give it the right name, and then we'll be away. The moose should be bigger than the others, I think. Oh, and the other thing I forgot to do, rename animal 14. They just need to have generic. I need to change their transform boxes to be based on the bottom left. Bottom left. Bottom left. Bottom left. Need to do this for 14 animals. Bottom left. Bottom left. Bottom left. Bottom left. Bottom left. Bottom left. And bottom left. Okay, then we're just going to put them all where they actually should be, down at the bottom. On the left. Okay, good. Then the last little bit of Sammy stuff, which is when we unspotlight, it should also make sure to get rid of animal 14 from being visible, and the total random number could be this and this. Unspotlight. Okay, who wants a little go and see what animal you get? Are we assigning an animal? In the future, I could assign animals, or people could request animals. That is possible. Actually, that wouldn't be hard at all, to be honest. But for now, it's random. For now, it just picks a random number between 1 and 14. There we go. You just had a go, didn't you? Nevertheless, you're the first person who asked, and I want to reward that. There you go. I'm going to unspotlight you again, just because I think you've already had a go. Okay, where are the new animals? Between 1 and 14. And you are just happening to choose the low numbers. Spotlight. Who else is even here? Gruger Smith. Oh, that's good. And Spotlight. Spotlight Josie Hypatia. Is that just a coincidence? Spotlight. Whenever something's random, its behaviour will always... Your hello made a sound after you were on Spotlit. Yeah. Yeah, you're right. Egg. You're right. Do you know what? It's made me realise something. When something's unspotlit, I think it needs to make sure. I think there's a thing missing that we haven't debugged properly yet. Set button variable. ID 488. Variable name, username, and it will just be 0. We need to actually erase any memory of who was spotlit last. Otherwise, it might accidentally keep that variable and pass it over, and that's why that noise was made. Well, not reinitialize, I'm just going to write over it with the number 0. But yeah, something like that. I don't like that overlap of the username and the text. No, it's only going to come up in instances where if the person types an extremely large amount of text. So I'm not too worried. Hello, a good Pete. Do you want to see this new feature? Pete, I've invented this spotlight feature. What do you think? If I want to talk to someone and they don't necessarily want to come on voice chat, I can give them a little avatar on the stream and then just spotlight them. And so everything they say will be... They'll just talk through this avatar. So that I can feel like I'm having a one-on-one with someone in chat, but they don't have to come on a voice chat. They don't have to do anything like that. Okay, poll 2. What should we do next? 1, play Shadow of Memories 2001. No, it's going to confuse it. Or 2, make the trial of the animal. Okay, so we could call it quits there and say we've made the spotlight feature and let's just play some Shadow of Memories and try to make some progress. Or shall we keep going and let us put the animals on trial? I think it's going to be a tense poll. Have you heard of stream avatars? Yeah, I have. I don't like them, though. I mean, I haven't watched a streamer for long enough that uses them. But they just do idle animations, right? Well, what can the avatars do? Why am I going to try? Well, you're not really. You're not really. You're just a crash test dummy. You're just a stand-in for a person. Oh god, it's actually quite tight. I will say, if it does help people voting, the trial of the animals, this was incredibly simple to make. The trial of the animals will be a little bit more involved, because it'll involve making a, it'll involve making a more complicated system than this. We could, but I want to close down making more animals for now. It's very, very easy, but a little bit time consuming to add them. Why does it people what? Yeah, well, because people lose. I think people lose the trial.
The winner is this.
We are going to play Shadow of Memories. Don't worry, the trial will still happen. I will still implement it. I just won't do it right now. And maybe that's for the best. It will be a lot more boring than making this. And this already was a relatively involved multi-step process that took an hour and a half. But I'm sure I know exactly what I wanted to do, so it won't take me too long to make it. For now, we have a date with Ike Kush. Thank you for being one of my many test gerbils, Pete. If ever I need to spotlight someone while live, now I have the means to do so. Will it ever be truly necessary? Will I actually ever use it? Mods, by the way, mods have the power to spotlight. So, you know, if you could think of reasons that people should be spotlit, go for your boots. But for now, let's go find Shadow of Memories. Hello, Baldy. Let me change the stream category. Shadow of Destiny. See if maybe we'll make friends with one of the 33 followers of this game. When was the last time I streamed this? Okay, desktop volume down, video game volume coming up. And oh, I need to plug in my game controller. 1 second. There we go. I don't think I've seen this. I don't think I've seen this footage before. Okay. I think when we finished, I actually got to the end of a chapter. I think we're starting off a new chapter here. I think I can never seem to remember. I love the game and I'm very attached to it, but I can never remember what I've just done.
I don't remember seeing this picture before. The stone and the girl. Dana?
Yeah, that's the woman who left 500 years in the past. Oh. Yes, I got the new rope.
Oh man, this is not a good time.
I love that, like, she's proposed as this love interest. She's this sort of, you know, small town waitress who's got an interest in this blonde himbo who's on praying mantis style legs. We slowly pilot him around a nondescript town. And then, yeah, girl meets boy. Boy sends girl 500 years into the past.
Hey, now here's a guy with no worries.
Boy obsesses over another girl who is probably related to and forgets about the original girl. However, he needs a gemstone that she owns and so sort of reignites his passing interest in her. Oh, he is like Jack Skellington. Okay, I think my glowing ass is telling me I'm supposed to go into the past. Probably to go find Dana, who the plot has forgotten about. Oh. I don't have any pips. Yeah, I know. Albert, in fact, can you send me that in a DM? If the DM is waiting for me when I finish the stream, It's very easy for me to transfer it from the DM into like a to-do list. But as it is, I'm not going to remember. I have to think about Ike Kush now. This is my Ike Kush consideration time. Alright, let me just quickly find a pip. Do you think I'll get killed on my way to finding a pip? The egg voice line I found the file's only a minute long. That's cool. I wonder what game has the longest egg voice line. I'm in my Ike Kush era, yeah. There's nothing wrong with having eras. You know, some people actually like Gen Z, hold them in high regard. Don't have to sit here on the webcam giving them both boomer barrels. I'm sure they'll grow up into a fine generation once they've stopped having their brains addled by the algorithm. Horrid lot. Spiteful little children. How do I get out? Oh, found some bread. Stupid little children with their idiotic vernacular. Oh, it's some egg. I think this is out. This is outdoors. Lovely. Egg. Yeah? Ike is German for egg Ike. Just, please. One little pip. Please, I'm begging you. Please, Lebensbaum. Give me your tastiest little pip. I can't seem to travel into the past because I don't have enough pips. Cushy's German for mug tree. That's crazy. Remember that rant last stream about how meaningless? Well, the pips are, well, they are still meaningless because what is the... I don't know. I'm not going to make some absolutist claim about what is a good thing to make a player have to do in a game versus what's a pointless thing. But no, if this pip specifically leads me to a place where it carries the plot forward, then I see something to it. But I'm just running around. I'm just running around an empty town with nothing to interact with. Just looking for a glowing, non-diegetic green orb. Maybe it is diegetic. Maybe it is diegetic. Maybe Ike is literally seeing pips of time energy on the floor. There is a pip glitch after chapter 7, apparently. Spiffing, do you know what chapter I'm on right now? This is rhetorical. It's a rhetorical question. Because I have just loaded into chapter 8. Have I hit the pip glitch? Spiffing, you seem to be very on it. Has anyone resolved the pip glitch? Oh, pip. Thank God. This is a one pip town. When did I say I love Y2K era design? You think I'm here because I love Y2K? I would say I love the aesthetics. I love the aesthetics. I don't love the mechanics. I love the fonts. I'd be prepared to do that, Spiffing.
Oh yeah, I should ask about that picture.
No, you should rescue Dana, I think. I think that would be your moral imperative. Yeah. Having a pip glitch is just part of travelling. You see all these Americans on TikTok being like, they don't even have pips. Yet they do. You've just come out of the train station. You don't know where the pips are yet. There's a pip by the old wooden doors. There's a pip by the egg bar. Come on. They're like, oh, we don't have Walmart here. Okay, but we do have pips. We just don't know where they are yet. You've only just arrived. You get 1 pip each time. Oh, I see. Is she in the church? Oh, hang on. Sorry. He says something about painting, right? I know where the painter lives. I was just thinking about pips getting addled and swinging my long legs everywhere. Like a crane fly. How do we feel about crane flies? Feels like an insect you've got to have a good opinion on. It's an insect that makes itself known. You hate them? In what way?
Dana?
You're from that... Ike?
I was worried about where you were.
Yes, I was pretty shook up too, when I got separated.
Oh, really?
I'm glad you're okay. I'm really sorry you got mixed up in all this.
I was scared to death, though.
Did he literally forget about her?
But it only took me a bit to figure out that it was the same place, and
yeah.
I started thinking that maybe it was just a different time. The buildings and the streets are almost exactly the same, so...
Wow, you thought of all that and didn't freak out? Well, I would have for sure.
Last check, she had been in this time for 2 years, but we'll see what the date actually is when we get back to the out of the cutscene.
Well, it took a while to get used to. Things only fell into place lately. I looked for you for a long time, you know.
Sorry, I was doing other things.
I'm sorry.
I did actually come to this time, but I was doing other things.
Well, no use worrying about what's done. It's been 4 years.
Okay, it's been 4 years.
Oh yeah, I guess it would be. You do look more mature, come to think of it.
If she knew that he just was distracted.
A night watchman helped me that first.
What were you doing while I was living in the medieval period for 4 years? Oh yeah, I took a photo with an aristocratic family from the 1900s, and then I gave one of them their own grandchild's cat. And then I looked for a new rope, and then I went to the egg bar. Oh, I had a really nice coffee in this outside bar. Do you know you have to pay for those? Anyway, now I've found you. It's only been 4 years.
And since then, I've done a lot of different things. I even worked in a mill for a while.
I even had to fucking toil in a mill. Do you know, I've only got dysentery 7 times. Yeah, of course I've had to give birth to 3 children. It's the 1500s.
But now, I'm a chambermaid at the Squire's Manor House.
Oh, great. You're like a little slave. You've lived as a peasant. I've lived as a medieval peasant for 4 years. Oh, don't worry. It's just been, I've been living as a peasant. I've just had to eat rye bread and potato soup. Didn't have potatoes. They literally didn't have potatoes. I've had carrot soup and rye bread for 2 years. Yes, I did get smallpox, and I can't put any weight on my left leg because of typhoid. Nevertheless, let's take our whirlwind romance where we left it off. Oh yeah, that ruby, obviously I had to sell that for crutches for my 2-year-old who has diphtheria.
I feel so content these days. I feel like I should be thanking you.
Why are you modeling for a picture?
The Squire's a patron of this painter, and that's how I met him originally. He said he really wanted to use me as a model, and I just couldn't say no.
I see.
The Squire's daughter was supposed to model, really, but she didn't want to do it, so I ended up taking her place.
So the girl in the picture is you.
Oh, I don't even start posing till tomorrow. I just came over today to work out the schedule and all that stuff.
But the picture will eventually be painted.
We're getting confused now about time.
Hey, why did you come here today? Are you here to take me back? You know how to, don't you?
Sure. Do you want to? Go back to our own time with me?
I did, you know. Of course I wanted to, but not anymore.
Not anymore?
It's okay. I have no one there. No parents, no family.
Okay, and you've got parents here?
So I'll be okay here. No one will worry about me.
No, but...
No one expected anything of me back there.
Okay. I had no social ties back there. I had no blood relations. Okay. And do you have any of these things here? Okay, you're friends with the squire and you work as a chambermaid. Do you not just want access to soap and running... I can't follow. This doesn't make any sense to me. No way could I possibly make good enough friends unless she's fallen in love. Unless she's fallen in love, head over heels for the squire or something. There is nothing on earth that should keep someone in the 1500s. That's mad. You can be in a painting. In this time, you can be in a painting. You can. She could have got a Polaroid. Do you know how many people would love a Polaroid, both in her time and in our time?
No one was watching, no matter how hard I worked. So there really is nothing for me there.
Then again, she missed out on the COVID lockdown. So, did she experience?
No.
I don't think she saw 9/11 either. Maybe she is better off where she is. But she may have to participate in the Crusades.
No family at all. But
that time and place.
Oh yeah, that man knows that was a joke.
It's where you want to be.
Yeah, that's how I feel.
She'll never do a BuzzFeed quiz.
Oh, remember this? It's the red stone from that day.
Yeah, I'm just a chambermaid. Essentially, I'm an indentured servant that lives on the land of the Lord and has freedoms at their largesse. Gosh, well, that's because I live in poverty. Well, better not tell anyone or make any use of this extremely rare, extremely valuable gemstone. I'll just have my carrot soup and my rye bread and my typhoid.
That stone's a... look, do you mind if I ask you to give that to me?
Of course, you can have it.
She carries it with her everywhere.
If it weren't for this stone, I would have never met you. Neville would have ended up right here now, talking to you like this. I've always thought that there was something very important about this stone. That's the reason I thought about having it included in my portrait. But that's okay. After all, I got to see you again. Here you go.
Oh. Oh, this is huge. This isn't a decision I can make on my own. Okay, 1, to say goodbye to Dana. 2, Dana comes back, and it will be not long until 9/11. 9/11 before the end of the year. Well, she won't be present. She won't be at Ground Zero, but it'll be on telly. Just think, when Ike was running around doing all this, I was just starting secondary school. But my legs were just as long. Okay, we're bringing back 9/11. We're bringing Dana back to the present time. Then I think. Why are we making this choice? Oh, because Dana has no agency. Didn't you hear? She's the chambermaid.
Poll closed. The winner is this.
Okay. The winner is come back and experience 9/11 with me. Let's go back together, Dana. Statistically, it seems certain that at least a couple of people played this game in the first few months it was released and then died before 9/11, having experienced this game but not 9/11. Yeah, probably. Yeah. Less than 5, though, I'd say. I'd love to meet those 5 people in the afterlife.
This must be important.
I'm going to take it that what we've already decided is what we've decided. So, I like how if you have a lot of games have lots of decisions, but like 5 of them are truly important. And the one this does is if you have an important decision, you tell it what you want to do, then it tells you it's important. And he goes, am I fucking around? This is important. And then you could just make the same decision again.
No, you just can't spring something like that on me.
But if you stay here, it's going to affect the timeline.
You left her here for 4 years.
What kind of you're saying I should go back for the timeline?
I didn't mean... Look.
There's lots of things you can say about the game, but I do enjoy the ping-ponging between I can't affect the timeline, let's just go back in the past and change this. I can't affect the timeline. Let's go to the future, take something back into the past. Let's move some things around in the 16th century. Let's go back to the 1970s. And then telling someone else to upend a life that they've had to develop for 4 years because you forgot about them. Because now we're back to the timeline is important.
So, I'm supposed to abandon my life here for the sake of your timeline?
Well, not his timeline.
You left me here for 4 years, remember? And now we're both going to pretend like those 4 years didn't exist? That really sucks, Ike.
Dana?
Sorry.
Get his ass.
Sorry I lost it, but it's just not possible. I can't just erase 4 years worth of good memories from my mind. Even if I were to go back, I would always be thinking of my life here. I'd have to. I know that. Being asked to go back, that's just so...
No, I'm the one who should apologize. I'm really sorry.
Why couldn't you have shown up right after I got here? Then I could have gone back.
I'm sorry. I'm just so sorry. But, are you really ready to spend your whole life here?
Please, let me think about it for a while. It's too big a decision.
Okay. I'll leave you alone. I'll be back later.
Yes, I'm really enjoying it. It let us make a decision and one of them's just wrong. It doesn't affect anything. She refuses to do it. I kind of like that, right? Because a lot of the time your character makes a decision, especially like...
Oh, wait, hold on.
Oh.
My boss? You know, the one at the cafe I used to work at? If you see him, could you say hello? And tell him I'm sorry that I just disappeared on him like that. And tell him that he should deduct the shift from my paycheck.
I don't think that's necessary.
You don't? But I was supposed to open up the shop the next day. I wonder if everything turned out okay. I can't believe I'm so worried about this at this point.
Don't worry about that. It's only been about half a day since I met you, you know.
Huh? What does that mean?
Well, actually, it's...
That's also really confusing, right? Because when we play the game, the present time and the past time travels forward at the same time. But now there's this... The cutscenes have a different rule where time moves forward faster in the past than in the present. But when we actually play the game, it doesn't. I don't know.
Forget it. I'll just give him the message.
Really? So that's okay then?
Yeah.
Phew. That's one thing I don't have to stress over anymore.
Well, take care of yourself. I'll see you later.
Thanks. You too, Ike.
Well, we have the redstone. Albert, I completely agree. The idea that it lets you stop and go, this is an important decision. And you just expect that he's like, Dana, you don't want to leave, but you're going to have to. And then she does. I like that she could just go, no. No, I'm not going to do that. I blame you for this completely, and I will not sacrifice my entire life for your mistakes. That's good stuff. Did the talking marmot get sorted? Yeah, absolutely. It's what level, what stage were we at when you left, Ava?
That house scares me. Research sounds fishy to me.
Fishmas?
Egg.
I run a coffee shop. This is the Reddit Am I the Asshole post. I run a coffee shop and I have an employee who's this fetching young lady. One day an extremely long-legged stranger was in, and as she left, she ran outside to give him something he left behind. She disappeared and nobody could find her, but the long-legged stranger came back and told me she was sorry she disappeared and that he didn't think I had to worry about paying her and that she would never see me again, and also goodbye. Would you like to see Spotlight in action now, Ava? You've been spotlit. Oh, I need to find a pip. There's normally a pip by the little well. Okay. That's Pip. It's good, isn't it? Oh, yes, let's go tell the boss. Let's go tell the boss to deduct her absence from her paycheck. No, not always the mole. Do you want to be something else? Unspotlight. Spotlight, Ava Lewisage. There you go, now you're a lemur. We've got 14 animals now. Oh no, it's too late at night. Oh, my diary. My diary will know. Despite the time, maybe I'd better deliver Dana's message. Okay, despite it being 3:45 in the morning, I should go to the cafe. Who am I to question Ike Kush? Oh, little Pip. I can't say no to a Pip. Wake up! Wake up! Wake up! Huh? What is it? Dana's not going to open the shop tomorrow. You could deduct it from her wages. Are you the guy who fell asleep on our cafe table for all afternoon?
What's this?
Alright, I'm going to move you now. Dear Dana, thanks for running Lost and Found errand yesterday. After you open up the store today, try opening the box on the counter. It's a little birthday present, better late than never, from all of us at the cafe, and most of the regulars as well. You have a pretty big following, Dana. Keep it up. And keep up the good work. Your boss and your friend. Oh. Yeah, can we get YB lowercase a YF in the chat for your boss and your friend? Well, okay. Maybe I... Oh, we got a welcome back coming in.
Tack så mycket för att du aktiverade välkomstbjörnen. Jag gillar att se nytt folk i chatten och jag gillar att se den här gemenskapen gå från styrka till styrka.
Hello, Bird. Welcome in. I keep forgetting that I'm even supposed to learn it. Bird, we've just gone back in time to find the waitress from early parts of the game. She's been living in the 1500s for 4 years, and she is so established she doesn't want to come back to the future, but she does want us to tell her boss she's sorry for not opening up the next day. So we've travelled to the present, which is only the night of the day we met her, to try and find the boss at 4 in the morning to tell him that. Thank you so much for triggering the welcome bear. I love seeing new faces in the chat, and I love seeing this community grow from strength to strength. Bird Harry, thank you for coming in. Do you want to see the latest feature, the latest stream feature that we have? This will cheer you all up. Who would like to be the guinea pig? Bird, Harry, who wants to actually be the guinea pig for this? I need one of you to volunteer. You nominate Bird? Great. I wasn't expecting consensus. This is the new spotlight feature. It allows someone to have a little avatar on the screen. Bird, if you say something now, if you type something out into the chat, there is no guinea pig. This is kind of a feature for if someone doesn't want to go on a voice call or doesn't want to come on and do a Fujitech or something. It allows just one person to have a little avatar and be represented on the screen. Eventually, there is something else I want to use the architecture of this for. I've described it to some other people, but I'm not making it today, and it will be revealed at a future time. But for now, it's just a nice way of just spotlighting individuals. It's not always an anglerfish, by the way. There's 14 different animals it could be. There are 2 anglerfish in there, though, and 1 diglet. And that's that. I am going to... No. Get rid of that. We need to read the subs anyway. Okay, so I have done the thing that my journal tells me to do. And now I don't know what I'm supposed to be doing. It is Albrot. That's one of its intended uses. But its real use is for the animal trials. Am I supposed to go back to the past and tell Dana about the note? A memo found by the cafe door. The manager probably wrote this. Yeah, I think so as well. You know, in the medieval times, they did put animals on trial. What's a BBL? You don't think this is fun? I'd love to go into a little orb like this. I'd love to experience that. Okay, back to Dana. Time travel hurts loads. I've always been worried that going to sleep hurts. Have you ever had it when going to sleep someone says, oh, when you were falling asleep you said this and you said that and these things happened? And you're like, oh, I don't remember that. I guess I was falling asleep. And you learn through that when you're falling asleep you're not making new memories. You're not like, your brain isn't turned on enough to like save memories into it. And what if the last thing that happens when you fall asleep, when that actual switch flips from awake to asleep, what if it really hurts? But you're just not in a memory making state and you just never know. So you never fear it, you never flinch. It always hurts in a surprising way every night. That's always been one of my worries. I remember everything I've said awake, I think.
Well, Kush, have you heard anything interesting lately?
Yeah, the manager got a birthday gift for Dana.
Well,
he left it on the counter. I'll tell him about the let's get him to make as many paintings as possible.
oh, I heard that too, recently.
Ava, I can one-up that. I use a sleep app as well. It's called Pokemon Sleep, and it records notable noises during the night. And there's a recording that I've got saved on my phone, but I'm never going to show anyone, of me whispering to myself at night. Oh, what was the sentence I said? It was something like, but not exactly, fate is coming to get you. And I just was repeating it on a loop.
I honestly did.
Fate will come for you, that's it.
Perhaps I'll try painting a piece on that very subject.
Yeah, that was, that's quite scary, honestly. Oh, thank you to our sponsors.
Ah, Dr. Plem. It's got that taste that you just won't forget.
I don't think you have to put up with anything. I think you enjoy every moment. I think you savour every drop. Every time I'm screaming in my sleep. Oh, we got a welcome back.
Thank you so much for triggering the welcome bear. I love seeing new faces in the chat, and I love seeing this community grow from strength to strength.
Jambo, do you know we've got a new stream feature? Oh, that. They're just someone off Cameo. I think they're actually the cheapest person on Cameo. Jambo, are you willing to guinea pig it yourself? Spipu? Yeah, that's Spipu. Oh, you're walking. Never mind, never mind. It requires visual info. Yeah, it's more of a visual thing. Ike Kush? Yes, you can't get better than that. You can't get better than this outfit. I love that it's all greens. You go from yellow at the top, yellow, green, blue, brown. Wonderful, wonderful color quad. Don't know why that's in there. What leg size do you think that is? I don't know leg sizes. Who knows leg sizes? Oh, we got a welcome bear.
Tack så mycket för att du aktiverade välkomstbjörnen. Jag gillar att se nytt folk i chatten och jag gillar att se den här gemenskapen gå från styrka till styrka.
I know that last bit. Maybe if I keep learning it from the back forwards, I'll get there. Yeah, I think that was Harry Hardy. Is this going out live?
Go on! Get out of here!
Jambo, did you get that joke? What do you think the medieval toilets would be like? Oh, they don't let you? I'm not allowed a medieval wee? I'm not allowed a medieval poo? I actually don't know what I'm supposed to be doing now. I want you to hand the red stone to Professor Wagner. Do you think I should? Do you think I actually literally should do that? Should I give the Philosopher's Stone to a lunatic because the voice of Mario told me to do so? No, it's not. It's early modern. But, you know, I'm not going to start saying early modern. I'm with my friends, you know? Oh, I'm in the early modern era. What?
Oh, come on in. You do like to show up unannounced, don't you?
Father's down in the basement working. You did come to see him, not Margaret, didn't you?
Oh, stop it.
Oh, I like that hand gesture. I guess we're going to give the redstone to Wagner. I'm worried this is going to lead to the bad ending. Oh, does anyone else share that worry that if I give the redstone to the creepy guy in the cellar of this building, that it will trigger some sort of bad ending? Because it gives me these options, and it's like, oh, these options are important. Careful what you're saying. Well, surely handing over the Philosopher's Stone to someone I think is sort of counts as an option. It does seem like it could be bad. All right, okay. Should we not then? Should we just not do it?
What is
No, I want a good ending. I'm not replaying this. I'm not replaying it to get all the endings.
You wish to speak to my father?
Okay. All right, then we're not giving it to him under any circumstances, which means we're now not at all guided in any way. We have no. There's something about that picture, that girl on that red stone. The rope I used must have been too old. Yeah, I've not got a lot of insight here. Nevertheless, we've got a healthy amount of pips. So where do we want to go? It's the middle of the night. I can say that handing over the stone doesn't affect the ending. How can you say that, Moral? How are you able to tell me this? How have you come by this knowledge? Oh, row page is very important. That's fine. I'm happy for the rat to have a platform. I guess Are we trusting Moral then? We're going to give the stone over? You watched an LP before. And that LP explained the choices. Alright, I'm putting all of my trust into you, Moral. But if it seems to me that giving over the stone has ruined Ike Cush's life and the health of the time stream, well, there'll be no punishment for you, but I won't be happy. Well, we can all say that over. It does seem like it's not a choice. It's like there is a thing you can do or you can do nothing. So maybe I was overreacting. I will make a little safety save though, just in case. It does seem like I'm doing the wrong thing. It does feel like I'm making a mistake. I don't like this guy.
You have by chance the Philosopher's Stone?
Maybe he's fine though. Maybe
Yes.
he's just a
Is
weird,
this it?
but otherwise kind guy.
That's the only stone I know that fits the bill.
Ah, in the name of heaven, I shall start the preparations for the experiment right now. It's all right. It doesn't matter if this is not the true stone. I'm grateful for your help regardless. But if it is the stone, The results should be wondrous.
Oh, Homunculus wants this so that Homunculus can ensure that they're made in the first place?
10 days.
Okay, I'll come back
10
in
days.
10
Okay.
years.
That would be the 13th. Oh!
What is it?
That experiment's dangerous.
That may be, but this is something I want to do. Something I must do. Please, try to understand. 10 days from now, by then, the experiment should yield fruit.
Doesn't seem like a good guy.
I will be able to show you the homunculus. At last, science will prove itself capable of creating life. How I wish she could have been here, Helena.
No, it's just strangely similar, Disconnected Dan. I've been thinking this the whole time.
See you in 10 days, then. Oh, one more thing. Could you keep this a secret from Hugo and Margaret? Knowing Hugo, if he learns of this, he might do something like attempt to bring Elena back from the dead.
I even looked up all the staff. No overlap in staff. Not even the same studio.
His mother's death. Should this experiment succeed, if I manage to find what answers I can in my quest for truth, I shall commit all records of my research to the fire. Now, take care.
No problem, Lucy. Thank you for tuning in. See you on Fishmas. Okay, then I guess I leave. Maybe I should warn.
Hey, did you manage to see Father?
What, in that small room where he is?
What is it?
Yeah, you can't miss him if you're down there. It's tiny.
Damn, what's the matter with Father anyway? He hasn't let me into his laboratory lately. When I went in there the other day, he got really angry with me. And ever since, there's some secret in there he can't tell me about. I just know it. Hey, are you like Father's right-hand man? You know, with tools from the future and stuff?
Of course not. Nothing like that.
Really? I'd definitely ask for your help if I were Father. Then I could make a machine to move through time, like the one you showed me before. I sort of understand how it works anyway.
Wow, really? Well, I'm impressed.
Well, I said sort of. Anyway, I'm more interested in what Father's working on right now.
Hugo, I'm sure Father will tell us one of these days.
I don't know about that.
Children, I have something to tell you.
Father?
I'm going to start another experiment, but this one will be very dangerous. So I want you two to leave the house for a while.
Children, could you leave the house for, what was it, 13 days?
The sooner the better. I'll send
Yeah,
word
okay,
in
10
about
days.
10 days. Go to our relatives' homes or anywhere else you like.
Go anywhere you like. Just don't be at
Can I
home
help with the experiment?
for 10 days.
No. Both of you have to leave this house.
Does he have ears? Does he have ears?
Oh, for Pete's sake. What does he think he's doing, huh?
Come on, where should we go?
Sis? So, you're just going to do it?
Do we have a choice?
But...
It's only for a little while. Let's go, we have to get ready.
I guess I'll be going now.
Of course. I am sorry we're always in the middle of something.
See you soon, okay?
Take them to the 2001. Let them experience 9/11. They'll be begging to come back to the 1500s. Okay, once again, I have no idea what it wants me to do. Oh. Oh. Oh no, go to the next time bit, right? 10 days from the experiment. Harry, I'm not going to be your conscience. You do what you think is best. And don't do what you think is worst. Oh. I thought I was clarifying. Oh. Here's a guy. Or is it Hugo?
It blew up, didn't it?
No.
The alchemy house, I mean.
And the alchemy house is over here? Oh yeah, it did blow up. So what do I do? The interior doesn't really seem to resemble the house that I remember. Maybe Marguerite or someone's just around? I'll just talk to everyone, as per.
See? I tell you, sin does not go unpunished. That house, blown to bits. What an explosion!
Did you see it? Awesome, wasn't it? Quite a sight. That house, that explosion. Heavens!
I like how they got all these actually voice acted NPCs, but because you're sort of penalized by time from talking to them, you're not going to most of the time because you're disadvantaged.
That explosion, it really scared me.
I don't know where I'm supposed to go. I wish there was a sprint as well. Imagine if you could jump on these rooftops. Imagine if you could grappling hook around. That's the butchers, that's the bakers. Does it violate GDPR to use a cameo on stream? Well, I'm not sure if I've really been told explicitly by any of the people sending me welcome bears that they're cameos. I mean, I do know that they are. And I think I then talk to those people with the shared knowledge that it is. And it probably is still on me as the broadcaster. So I'm going to say, I hope not. What element of GDPR does it breach? Because I'm not... Isn't it? I thought it was about storing information. I guess it's also about...
Damn, where's the fire department?
Well, we should be careful because when that person who checks Twitch for GDPR... Oh, I can go in.
Hello, is anybody here? Anybody? Dr. Wagner, Margaret, Hugo. Anyone there? Man, this is not a good time.
Hugo!
The basement?
How many? Just one? For, like, the entirety of Twitch?
This meter here, is this a time machine?
Oh, okay, so Wagner's come to the future.
That can't be. But that sounded like Margaret's voice just now.
So Margaret goes to the future to replace Dana. Now I'm getting it. Everyone just moves around. So now I go to... I'm going to go to 2001. Yeah, I wonder what the copyright is. Because yeah, it depends on the implicit contract that underpins what the website says you're doing. Because definitely there are times when you can commission a work from someone, but you still need to attribute them. It's not like I just own all the licensing and rights for this.
Actually, didn't we just see each other today?
Is this Hugo?
Uh-huh. I really like these machines of the future. Being able to just project your voice a long distance, that's really something.
How do you know my number?
Oh, that. I asked someone called Eckert. You know, you mentioned him once.
How did you get here, and why? Were you the one threatening Mr. Eckert?
Come on, threaten sounds so serious.
Oh, Hugo's the mastermind.
Can I help it if he jumped at the chance when I told him what he wanted to hear about his daughter? Oh, and about how I got here. It's pretty simple, really. Remember that tool you showed me? I just made one of my own, you see?
What?
Well, actually, I didn't make it, not exactly. The Hugo of the future completed it and gave it to me.
That's cheating.
A transport mechanism to time-space marked by phenomena of relevance. You like it? Just like yours. Actually, I think the other stuff may be different, but who cares, right? In any case, I can track and follow your machine.
What about Margaret?
Will you look at that? I'm forgetting the point of the whole thing. Can you drop by? I'll be waiting at the square. Bring Homunculus. We have a few things to discuss. Oh, and by the way, do what I tell you, okay? Otherwise, someone you care about's gonna die. I don't have to tell you what I mean about that, right? Later, then.
Hugo!
Like, do what I say, otherwise I'm gonna kill someone. I hope you know what I mean by that euphemism. Okay, so fine, I've got a minute to walk to the square. So Hugo, the pasty child from 1568, has made a time machine out of wood and soup, and now has come to the future. To what ends? I guess that's what we'll find out.
Hugo! Where are you?
Lord, you're so noisy. I'm here, right here.
Hugo burnt down the egg bar. Now it's personal.
Hugo! You're the one that's been trying to kill me.
Never mind that. Where's Homunculus?
You heard what I asked you.
The Homunculus was completed because you showed up. You fooled Father into creating the Homunculus. Isn't that right? I read Father's research notes. They said you brought him the last ingredient, the Philosopher's Stone.
Me? Get your father to create Homunculus? All I've been doing is trying to stay alive. But it isn't...
This game's great. So no one knows
what I really wanted
who
was
started
to get
all
here
this.
earlier and stop what you were doing. But all my machine could do is follow yours. So I targeted yesterday's you because I thought I could manage to get to you before you did the things you did today.
Great.
I had so many chances, but I still didn't manage to kill you off.
Hugo.
It's a shame, but there's no way for my machine to outrun yours. And I can't stop the Homunculus from being completed. So I'm switching to another plan.
Stabbing my own sister.
If I can't prevent Homunculus from being created in the first place, I'll destroy it. That seems to be the only way to get a hold of the Philosopher's Stone.
Philosopher's Stone? What use is that to you?
I think I'm following the plot, though.
Just like Father made homunculus.
Oh, okay. He's doing the one thing his dad didn't want him to do.
Is that I haven't got a Philosopher's Stone. That's why I'm going to use homunculus instead.
And why does he hate homunculus? Is that because homunculus got made rather than his mother?
Sis, stay out of this, will you? You're a hostage. You're supposed to be quiet.
Don't go there, Hugo. Your father would agree.
Don't go there. About killing your
He
sister.
said you might do something like attempt to bring Helena
Oh,
back
don't
from the
go
dead.
there.
And he also
Reviving the
said that he
dead.
would burn all the records once this experiment was completed to make sure you wouldn't.
Oh, really? In that case, why were the papers safe and sound? Even though Father himself had disappeared into thin air.
I wouldn't know the reason for that.
I have to do this. We still need to be a family. That's why I'm going to make Mother, and we can all be happy again. And that's why I need that stone. Get it? Come on. Get homunculus.
Hugo, I can work for both of us, so that we won't want for anything. We'll be okay. You'll see. So please.
I don't think it's an economic concern. The guy's got a time machine.
Make Mother. Just listen to what you're suggesting.
I'll just work double hard. So you don't need to revive Mom.
Sis, if you won't be quiet, I'll have to hurt you. Don't make me do that.
Hugo!
You know I can't stand blood.
You want to raise the dead?
This is a prequel to
Don't
Full
let
Metal
Father
Alchemist.
create homunculus. That means this has to work too. I can do it, I know. So come on, go get him.
Homunculus just can't be... He always just appears out of nowhere. It has nothing to do with what I want.
Homunculus, he, him confirms.
Yes, he saved my life, but that's about it. It just isn't possible for me to call him up. You've got to understand.
No excuses. If you don't do what I tell you, I'll leave my sister here and go home. That's going to affect this age in a lot of ways. I can't even begin to imagine how much.
That's a dirty move.
Come on, hurry up. I'll give you 20 minutes.
Oh, what am I supposed to do? Find homunculus? Oh. Not always that consistent with the journal. Find homunculus. I've got a glowing ass, so I guess I've got to go to a different time. There's only like 2 types of things you have to do in this game. Something where it's just so obvious that you're just basically just moving the character to get to the thing. You're not like thinking about a puzzle or anything. Or it's so hard that the game has to grab your hand and go, just go here, just click on this button. There's never like a thing which is in the middle, like a little puzzle you can think about. Do you have any intel? I've got low hopes. Do you like games like that?
Some time ago I applied for an apprenticeship there. Thank heavens I was refused. I might have been killed.
Well, it just feels like it's looking for that middle ground where like you have to go, ooh, where's the thing that I need for this? It just never quite gets it. Yeah, you could do that, Bud.
I guess
we're a
Hugo
pro
isn't here
trepanning
yet.
community. Oh. I thought, I'm looking for Hugo in the burning building, I think? I'm not 100%. Are we? Are we not? Are we not? Pete, this is probably a great time for a poll. Do I go upstairs? Am I just going in this room again? Did we leave her in the past? Are you talking about Dana? Yes, but now the son of the creepy alchemist has gone into the present day, by which I mean 2001, and is threatening to kill his sister if we don't offer up the homunculus, aka Charles Martinet. Hello, Rose. How are you? We're playing a game from 2001 about time travel. It's set in 2001 Germany, though I'm currently in 1584 trying to find a boy named Hugo. What's not to understand, Funky? Am I not supposed to be in this house? What's the deal with trepanning? It's coming back. Rose, everyone on TikTok is trepanning now. Apparently it helps your jawline. It helps with the flesh underneath your chin. They're in their trepanning. We are entering our trepanning era. Oh. Okay, just run around the room clicking.
Hey, this is Dr. Wagner's research data. This is all about homunculus. Composition, method of creation. That's it. What if Hugo never reads this stuff? Without the homunculus data, Hugo would never attempt to recreate his mother.
Hugo's trying to recreate his mother.
If he never learns of homunculus's existence, he wouldn't want revenge. And no revenge, no time machine. I feel bad for Dr. Wagner, but I've got to get rid of this part.
Hugo, wait up.
Hurry up.
Hugo? He's back?
I think he's got a Sephiroth energy. This is like a time travel paradox adventure game, but it doesn't make any sense, really. It's very
Dr.
confusing.
Wagner said to meet him here.
They told us there was a huge explosion, so we...
I actually just got here too. I didn't see Dr. Wagner.
We were so worried. We thought he may be lying here hurt, or... Anyway, I guess it's a good sign that he isn't here, right?
What are you burning?
Oh, nothing important.
Okay then.
We saved the day. We didn't let him read the things that motivated him to become the main antagonist of the game.
Where could Father...
Well,
we've done it.
We'll go take a look around.
Yeah, that house has exploded.
But we have to go out for a while. We'll talk soon.
This is one of the few games that Charles Martinet, the voice of Mario, is in that's not a Mario game. He plays a homunculus, like an artificial life form that was just created by this experiment that blew up the house.
Okay, take care of yourselves.
See you around.
The idea that in a house that's burning, you have to be like, I'm going to burn this book. So now do I go back into the present to see if he's still evil because I have removed the motivations in the past for him becoming evil? I guess I'm going back into the present? Let me check my journal. Nope. Oh, we wouldn't. Yeah, I should have known, really. Who would revive their sister if they had the chance? Actually, that's too dark. I don't know what's happened to people in their lives. No polls alluding to deceased loved ones. Did you end up giving the kid in the 1900s a kitty cat? I couldn't. I accidentally moved on that chapter before I could do it. So I'm going to get the bad ending because the child doesn't have a cat. But in fairness, they made the slug book too hard to get. That's my defense. Remember that cutscene where are we still evil? Or maybe he's like, why am I here? What's motivating me to do this?
What the? Hugo's still here? Wasn't it enough just to burn the research data?
He's nowhere to be found. Where could Father be? Hugo, what is it?
Just wondering. I mean, what could he have been burning?
There's no way you'll make a time machine from that. It's burnt. And also, his research was on making a homunculus and making a time machine. Maybe the dad is
Didn't I tell you
Eckert.
to bring homunculus? If you won't do what I say, I'll...
Oh, nice one, Jam.
Hugo!
Jam, do you want to see the new stream feature then?
Distillation? Something? And with...
Okay. Jam, type into chat !spotlight and then Jambird.
What's happening to me?
Oh, it didn't work. Let me just quickly check that I made it so that mods could do it. Oh. Yes, there's a typo. Okay. Try again. Should work this time.
Hugo, what are you doing?
Something...
You're a mole.
It's no good. I can't read this.
Are you done looking at that rubbish?
Hey!
Oh, please. You said yourself it was too burnt to make out. Anyway, we have something more important to do now, right? I think Ike's out there looking for Father, too. Come on. We can't let him do all the work, can we?
Yeah, guess you're right.
Oh, but then he left it to burn. Oh, maybe this is... Ah, this is an even better outcome.
Damn it!
And that's why he's a ghost.
What went wrong? What did I do to deserve...
Hugo!
I don't want to kiss the mole on stream.
Hugo!
Hugo's all right.
What?
Mwah.
The past's been changed. That's why...
What do you mean? What's going on? Hugo, what happened to Hugo? Answer me!
It's all right. Everything's okay.
What kind of an answer is that? What?
Oh no!
No!
Margaret!
Oh, I get it now. By changing Hugo's past, I've canceled the existence of the time machine itself.
Oh, but that means she's just going back, right? She's not dead. She just isn't here. She just can't be here currently. Jam, if you get tired of being the mole, although I can't see why that would happen, !unspotlight. You don't need to write your name. Just unspotlight.
over? All this?
I don't follow the trajectory of the plot. So have we? It feels like we must be near the end of the game now, but the principal antagonist has now been dealt with, but there hasn't really been like a climax. No, that was it. Am I missing something? What?
Well, looks like it's over, doesn't it?
That's the end?
Good job, Ike.
What?
I was trying to change my destiny.
And you did.
Was it all for you? You used me just to make sure you'd be created, that no one would stop you from living.
Oh, really?
And in doing that, I changed other people's lives. Is my own fate worth that much? Is yours? So how am I supposed to
feel? Is this a bad ending? It feels like a bad ending.
Oh, please. Enough with the gloomy angst, Ike. Are you trying to put me on a guilt trip?
If I had given her a cat.
Who cares? Yes, you managed to preserve my destiny. If you had been killed, I would never have been born. Immortality has its perks, but you have to exist first.
Damn it. I don't believe this.
I'm going to look that up. After this, I'll look up what could have happened.
Oh, by the way, I need the digipad back.
This is a bad ending, though, isn't it? Dana doesn't care. Ike's just all alone. Marguerite's gone. Hugo's gone.
Time for me to go. I suppose we won't be seeing each other again, in all likelihood.
We never found out what they got Dana as a birthday gift. There didn't seem to be any point to that bit. Yeah, it's a weird choice because Charles Martinet surely could have his pick of jobs.
Has it been since I saw the light of day? Are you my so-called master this time around?
What the?
What yourself? You're the one who broke the seal. So, what do you desire most? Immortality?
Oh yeah, we never found out what happened to him.
The filthy rich. Name it.
The alchemist.
And it's yours.
What is this?
I just want you to blow up my house.
What lunacy?
Can you explode my house?
But of course, your soul is mine when your futile existence ends. Until then, you can do whatever you like. Come on. Name your wish.
For what? For this,
What did you say? I didn't catch that.
Was my research in vain? Was I wrong after all these years devoted to my task? Helena, forgive me!
What did he want to happen? If we went to make a person. There's a person. They're not nice.
Give me my youth. I want to start my life over. And if possible, let me stay that age.
Ooh, who are they going to be?
Sure thing.
Ike.
Hold on. There.
Ike. It's Ike. Who are they going to be? Hugo?
That young man the other day. I envied him his youth.
Am I?
Really I didn't think it would be.
Trust me, okay? You got exactly what you wished for.
What? I was the alchemist?
Your work here is done. It's back to where you came from, demon.
Oh, I see. This is okay.
It's no great art to get rid of the likes of you, but I was well advised to ready an additional barrier. Return to the stone from whence you came, and I will start my research and my life from the beginning.
You. Damn it, you'll pay for this. No pentagram is completely. I wipe your mind of memories.
Right, okay.
Be damned to the endless night.
Okay, it's very silly. It's very silly, but it's also very, very good. So Ike is the alchemist, and Ike doesn't know. But then, how does Ike get to 2001? Oh, and he did leave the gem, but it was never part of the story that Ike didn't have any memories. But
beautiful stone.
Please explain. Well, okay, so imagine this, right? There's an old guy living in the 15th century. So the alchemist, right, summons the homunculus. Oh, no, I don't understand. No, I do understand. No, hang on. An alchemist living in the 1500s does alchemy and summons a homunculus. The homunculus turns out to be evil and gives them a wish. And they go, oh, make me young again, but also make me never get old. And they go, okay, but you'll have to give me your soul when you're, in trouble or dying. And they go, no, I've drawn a pentagram. I'm going to seal you in a stone. So actually fuck off. And they're like, oh, right. Well, the last thing I'll do before you seal me is I'm going to take your memories. And then Ike has those, but doesn't remember what's going on. And so just lives out their life until 2001. When, for no reason, the homunculus gets out and tries to get them to, and forces them to go back in time to ensure that they're made. But I don't know why, because they already are made. Maybe they hope this time round they'll get made in a different way that won't get sealed in the pentagram. But I don't know. There's actually too many plot holes. I don't really understand. Yeah, Ike's 500, 600 years old. But even that doesn't make sense, right? It's like, I'd get it if Ike lost his memories and then was teleported to like 1995. And they're like, oh, I'm just someone who doesn't remember a lot of their childhood. But they're not, right? The Ike we meet at the beginning of the game, if they are this Ike, that Ike will know that they're 500 years old. Because they don't have any memories now, but they still live for 500 years. But maybe they are. They never said they're not, right? They never said, I'm not 500 years old. We were just playing a 500-year-old the whole time without knowing it. But why does the homunculus get out now? Why doesn't the homunculus do what they're doing at any time in the 500 years preceding that? Oh, it's because when I die. It's because when I die, right? The homunculus says, when you die, your soul gets reverted to me. And at the beginning of the game, we die. Killed by Hugo. Why Hugo specifically travels to 2001? But I suppose you could travel anywhere and Ike will be there because Ike's immortal. That will probably be, yeah, he got re-aged badly by the homunculus. The homunculus gave him wrong legs as a joke. Yes. 500 years old equals long legs. Like a tree. So, hang on, let's explain this over the credits. We're not even done yet. So the reason the homunculus gets out is because we're killed. So actually it does make sense. It's convoluted, but it does actually make sense. But then why does the homunculus want to send us back to ensure its creation? Oh, because Hugo is messing with the timeline to try and stop. So someone else is interfering with the timeline. So they want Ike to be like a countervalent force to that, to ensure the homunculus gets made. I will give it that. The plot does make sense at the end. It's wildly inconsistent in the middle and it doesn't obey its own rules, but in terms of plotting out the characters and why everything is happening, I want to give it that. It does actually end up making some sense. I actually love the game. I actually think this game's great. Nobody does it better. Scott Keck. Oh, is this one of Laub's? And there's one of Laub's ambient ones. Egg. Scott Keck is no Jill Cundiff. Yeah, can we please have SKINJC, please? Yeah, he only has a shadow of his mouth. Oh. That came out of nowhere. So yeah, written by Junko Kawano, planned by Junko Kawano. This is the woman who made Suikoden. And this was like the next thing she made. Also, after making this and then making Suikoden, she made a spiritual successor to this on the Nintendo DS. So there's a game that she went on to make for the Nintendo DS, which is probably better put together than this, maybe. But I'm also interested in it. Imagine what someone would make who made this and then was like, let's do that better. I don't know, worth a look maybe. Okay, we gotta look. Okay, Shadows of Memories. Endings. Oh no, let's do Destiny because more people will notice that. Destiny. Endings explained. I don't want a YouTube video. I kind of want like a endings FAQ. Yeah. Okay. So let's just try and understand these. So, in contrast to what is staying in the box, nothing new is unlocked by playing the game over and over again, at least in the story itself, until you have completed the game with all 5 original endings. Once you finish all 5, you can play through a bonus chapter of sorts and get the final ending of the game. You will find other scenes and events within the game. It's just impossible to see the majority of the game until you've played it through a number of times. Yeah, I could see that. Like, what was that couple who were always looking for each other? And I was like, have you seen a shady old woman? You could never get them to meet. Okay, key moments. There are a total of 5 events that combine to choose the ending you get. Most of these occur in Chapter 8, although the first crossroads is in Chapter 5. I'm not doing 5 more playthroughs. Returning Dana. Okay, during your quest in Chapter 5, you get the opportunity to tell Marguerite that she is your ancestress. If you tell her that she is your ancestress, you'll have access to endings A, B and C, If you don't tell her, you'll access endings D and E. So I guess that's what we got, D and E. And then there's returning Dana. If you didn't tell Marguerite anything, then you will get this choice. So we only got the Dana choice because we were on the D and E route. By doing a minor quest, you will bring Dana back to the present. If Dana returns to the present, you will get ending E. If she does not, you will get ending D. So we got ending D. Ancestress is 100% unnecessary ending. We didn't give her the note. I couldn't find her again. I didn't know where she was. Because I went to talk to the painter. She was modelling for a painter. Oh, I guess she said she was with the squire. This game might actually be a lot better than I thought it was. So to return Dana, you have to ask her to return. Then you go to 2001. Then you go to the cafe. Then you go back and you find her next to the city hall. And then we can take her to the future. Oh. If you do all that, you get ending E. Otherwise, you get ending D. That's us. D for dumb. Whether or not you take Dana to 2001, you'll need to take the destroyed lab path to complete the game. Note, you will not even get the chance to do this if you told Marguerite is your ancestress. The event with Dana will be different and you will not get the chance to ask her to return. Ancestress, endings A, B and C. If you tell Marguerite she is your ancestress, there'll be two major events. The fortune teller's identity, that's us. Oh, what if there are two Ikes? What if there are two Ikes? There's Ike that's us. Maybe the original Ike or something. And then there's the fortune teller Ike, because fortune teller Ike is obviously Ike as well. Even though the fortune teller doesn't seem to play any pointful purpose in the game. And then finding Homunculus. If you do both of these and tell Margaret to stay, you will get ending A. If you do only one of these or do both and tell Margaret to leave, you will get ending B. There are two major B endings depending on which path you choose. Finding Homunculus. In order to find Homunculus, travel to 1980 and head south from the square through the alley. Go down a flight of stairs, continue down through the narrow alley. You'll reach an area with a small park, and Homunculus will be lying under a tree in the snow. Okay, so you just have to... It expects you to wander everywhere. The fortune teller identity. To accomplish this, simply visit the fortune teller in 2001 after seeing the event in the square, and then you do the destroyed lab. Okay. A number of different things can happen in Chapter 8 and the epilogue, which is what most people call the ending of the game. To see all the true endings, you'll need to preserve 2 save games at Chapter 8, one without telling Marguerite she was ancestress, one that is. And... okay, now I want to see the endings. Now that I understand it, let's see what the content of the endings are. 2 hours! Let's just skim it. We're going to have to scrub. Yeah, we know this one. Okay, Dana is who? Okay, this is if you find Homunculus in the snow. Not getting sound? I'll fix.
Hi, how are things? I'm not doing too well, as you can see. This body can get a little tiresome sometimes. It must be nice to have a human one.
Could you come with me for a second? Hugo's looking for you, and I have a few things I need to ask you too.
Hugo, eh? Which means you know who the killer is, I guess. Let me guess what Hugo's plan is. He's going to leave Margaret in the present and wipe you, her descendant, out that way.
You knew about this?
Since I was willing to give you time-traveling powers, you didn't expect me to just sit around, did you? I tested out a few histories. That particular outcome is just a variation on a theme, so it was fairly easy to guess. It's the sort of thing Hugo would think of. So I... Please, don't thank me. I just wanted to help. Switched kids.
Huh?
I found a baby just about the same age. Is the Margaret you know blonde and blue-eyed?
What are you saying? Switched babies? Isn't Margaret an ancestress of mine?
No, date switched with
Dane.
Date, huh?
There's something uncanny about your involvement with that family, don't you think? It is, after all, the simplest explanation.
What is the simple explanation? That something uncanny is happening?
If she isn't a blonde, it means my plan worked. No matter what happens to Margaret, your existence is an assured fact. Don't worry. I'll switch things back to the way they were after all this is over.
Oh, okay, so Margaret got switched out. Oh, what?
Switched Margaret with Mr. Eckert's daughter?
Oh, right. Eckert's stolen daughter is Margaret.
She died alongside her mother, and I saved her life. It's harmless compared to Hugo trying to cancel your existence by stranding Margaret in the future, don't you think? Master Hugo's plans will fail, thanks to me.
Oh, God. So that's what really happened when Mr. Eckert's daughter disappeared. Wait a second. Did you murder his wife, too?
Me? As if I'd risk myself in doing that. Do you have any idea how fragile my body is? I have to take good care
A little bit of snow crunch there.
Won't break. I'm really not very strong. Just now, I had to rest a little here, and the next thing I know, there are people all over the crime scene. So I couldn't complete the switch. But I did manage to bring the real Margaret to this time. Under the name Dana, of course. No need to worry.
Okay. So the person we've been calling Margaret is actually Mr. Eckert's daughter, who was stolen in the 70s. And the reason they've been switched is that Hugo is threatening to kill me by killing Margaret, believing that Margaret is my great-great-great-great-grandmother. However, because I'm the pawn of Homunculus, and Homunculus doesn't want me to be ghosted out of existence, my real ancestress has been ported to the present day, where she works in a cafe and is called Dana. I have to say, you have to respect it. You have to respect this many late game rug pulls.
I don't believe the stunts you pull. These are people's lives, their fates that you're dealing with here.
You have to respect this. You have no choice.
You lost me there for a second. I'm mad.
I said about
why we're having so much trouble getting Death du Jour off your menu.
I know what I said about...
Okay, we can't watch all of these. I just want to skip in.
Are you trying to lecture me, Ike? After all I've done for you?
I died. All that was left of my existence was a lock of hair, as it should have been. But Hugo, my son Hugo, found the homunculus device.
So this is the revived mother.
His father had been experimenting with.
I just thought it'd be Ike.
And he used my hair in the machine. What are you? Please stop this. Hugo, send me back. Help
I love how he made her in a saucepan. At least Homunculus made one of those big jars. Imagine making your mom in a saucepan. Yeah, use one of those. Like on the left there.
What are you doing here?
Father.
Did you make your mum in a saucepan?
Never mind. Just get out.
Father! But
you
Father!
are not to enter this room again.
Okay, face reveal. Face reveal? You're not going to do it, are you? Face reveal?
No need to be surprised.
Never mind. There's so much here. There's 2 hours of this.
Aren't you, Ike? What did you want with
Write the script.
I guessed he'd do that. Years? Hello? The best years of my life? I'm holding you personally responsible,
in the
you know.
future. That's
Well,
fair
in that
enough.
case, okay. I'll take responsibility.
Huh? What do
Okay,
you mean
should we
by
watch
that?
like the final epilogue? This presumably is. Is there like timestamps here? No.
Father, here.
Sorry to disturb you, Dr. Wagner. The stone. It's the Philosopher's Stone?
I don't care about that, boy. I'm
you
just
just
making
say?
some lovely soup. I'm not
If you
interested
take
in
a chip from
alchemy.
that stone and brew it, you can make the elixir, the cure-all. Your wife will be cured for sure.
Okay. Why don't you just cure your wife instead? Seems a bit obvious now you say it.
This is the...
It's the real thing. Brew it as soon as possible, please.
Just cook this.
I thank you.
Please, it's okay. I'll be going now.
Oh, and for some reason, does that end his own life? That'd be good. The true ending is that Ike shouldn't exist.
This is the end. I've won. Cheated fate.
This is the best day ever!
You're all right again.
I can't stay in bed anymore, can I?
Yeah, I don't have the Ike versions down. I thought for sure that Ike was... There's only one Ike then, so this is... yeah. Of course, because the Ike as we know it only happens if Wagner makes the homunculus. So this Ike can't exist anymore. It's a different Ike. Why does this Ike exist? I thought that the timeline change should mean that there's no Ike in the 20th century. Because Wagner wouldn't be made immortal. I don't follow why there's an Ike here. Is that Hugo? I'm not following. Maybe these are all actual ancestors. These are just the actual ancestors of these people. Hang on. Hang on, I've just... How can... No, how can Margaret... No. How can he be a descendant of Marguerite? He's Marguerite's father. So why would killing her make him go out of existence? Because he's not reliant on her being alive. Because he's her father. Do you really want to know? Yeah, I guess. Yeah, I guess. Yeah. Yeah, why not? Yeah, I'm not. I'm just looking to understand the game to the best of my ability and then move on. When you didn't tell Margaret that she was your ancestress, that opens the door.
Among the games developed after the release of King's
that opens the door for you to be her dad instead. That opens the door for you to be her dad instead. That doesn't make any sense to me. So if I didn't tell her that, she would be my... Whether or not she's my ancestress depends on whether I say she is. So... No, Moral, that doesn't make any sense to me. That's baffled me, what you've just said. However, I am delighted that Shadow of the Memories is complete. I had a wonderful time with that. I had a wonderful time. Maybe at some point we'll do another stream to work out what's coming next. I know we did a stream before to research new games from this era and put together a 2 playlist, but we got really distracted by Fisherman's Bait, a base challenge in brackets 1998, and that's why Fishmas is coming to shores near you this Friday evening. But after that, it would be nice to find something to play. Probably my stream schedule will just become really casualized as Christmas approaches. Yeah, I love that when people say Fishmas, the fish animation happens. But yeah, we'll do that at some point. I actually think I like the process of researching games as much as I like playing the games. Maybe even playing the games is just a bit of a chore to justify researching games. I think that's me for this afternoon. Bit of a longer one than normal, but hey, we got a lot done. We finished off Shadow of Memories, and we have the new Spotlight feature. We don't have putting animals on trial yet, but that will have to wait for a future time. Hey. Who needs a shout out for tonight? I think a good Pete, just for a Tuesday evening. So why not follow a good Pete? Normal game is tomorrow evening. We have Molly Martian and Mortal Beryl. Yeah, it's Detectives tonight. Anyone else want a shout out before I go? And does anyone have any friends or recommendations of people who are live that could use a nice little raid around now? Happy to go anywhere for any reason. Possibly featuring a live Fishmas Carol. Oh, that is exciting. Well, be sure to check that out. Please follow a good Pete on twitch.tv. Get Station is playing My Summer Car, which I know Martine did some music for. So that's a good a reason as any to raid in. So until next time, thank you very much for the company. Thank you for being my guinea pigs. And thank you for being nice to me. Fish dreams, everyone. And I'll see you at Fishmas and perhaps normal game. Thank you for the cheese, Artaruka. Free Rats at Feslian Studios. Rat Mouse Running. Rat Scratching. What about Screaming? Oh, fucking hell. What about Capybara?